unbeatable, I'm unbeatable, I'm unbeatable.
Couple minutes left score. Every time they wanna clash, the winners kicking through the door. I am unbeatable. Chances running out of stock, and we're running out the clock. I fail once, never stop. I am unbeatable. I am unbeatable. I am unbeatable, yeah. I am unbeatable. I am unbeatable, yeah. I am unbeatable. I am unbeatable, yeah. I am unbeatable. I am unbeatable, yeah.
There's no rest for the British Basketball League as Week 5 extends into Monday Night Hoops. And thankful for some time off, however, are the Newcastle Eagles. It's over a week since they last played and they needed the rest. They're on a 3-game losing streak and they're up against an as-yet undefeated London Lions team. We're live from the Copper Box with Josh Bett and Graham Hiscock.
Thank you, Jeanette, and welcome, Basel fans, here to the Copper Box. And I hope you took a double-decker into town as last season's most valuable player, Sam Dekker, has made his much-anticipated return to the basketball floor. Well, hello, everybody. This is the London Lions as they get set to take on the Newcastle Eagles British Basketball League matchup. What's going to be an epic showdown. Well, good evening, everybody. I'm your commentator, Josh Bett, alongside Graham. Graham, this is one of the epic games of the British Basketball League.
Yeah, with Sam Dekker returning, Newcastle better be on red alert because Dekker won everything that he could possibly have done last year. He'll be looking for more of the same this year.
Well, let's take a look at the starting fives for these two teams. We're going to start with the home team, London Lions, last season's defending champions. Well, Dekker will come in tonight as the power forward alongside Gabe Olasheni in the post. The backcourt will be composed of Matt Morgan, Terry Phillip, and Dante Grantham will play the 3-man here tonight for the Lions. Well, the visitors, on the other hand, the Newcastle Eagles, a much-needed game for them. They're trying to balance their European journey. They got Del Pesh in the lineup. The power forward will be Taj Green, Whitfield, Johnson, and Ricky McGill will all make up the backcourt for Mark Stoodle's team. Well, players to look out for, and of course, we've got to go to last season's MVP, Graham. I mean, Sam Dekker, what a big moment it is for him and the Lions.
Yeah, MVP for the league, team of the year, Euro Cup second team, 25 minutes a game. That's pretty efficient for what he was delivering. 17 points a game, 5 rebounds, 3 assists. Really looking forward to Sam's big return.
Of course, for the Newcastle Eagles, Larry Austin Jr. I mean, what can we say about this superstar?
I really like Larry Austin Jr. He's very consistent. 14 points, 8 rebounds in the big loss against Sheffield. They need something huge from Larry Austin Jr. tonight.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a short break. We'll be back momentarily.
One hand, and Wayne just threw it down hard.
Another pump fake for him. He's got lots of room, Johnson. Oh, Taj Green! Hello!
Just followed his point guard and smashed the ball in before anyone else could react.
Jordan Johnson gets in, puts the kernel in the pot. Taj Green, kaboom! Jaron Holmes, one-on-one with Defoe and swiped away by Taj Green. Now they're pushing forward. McGill! Oh, what a block! Caleb Asprey, lock and key.
This is a basket-saving block. Asprey comes across clean as you like off the backboard. Let's take this thing higher, higher than you ever been. Stand tall like Everest. I mean higher. You ain't gotta settle in. Go places they never been. We go higher, non-stop. Take it to the top, even when the ball drops. My man.
Welcome back, Basel fans. We're going to get set now for this epic game between the London Lions and the Newcastle Eagles. Graham, you know, coming into this game, of course, the Lions, the best defensive team in the British Basketball League, only giving away 76 points, but the Eagles only averaging 74 points per game.
Yeah, that's a real problem for Newcastle Eagles. There's so many areas that London Lions are dominant in. They've got 50 more free throws than anybody else. If you just look at that, one of the top 3-point shooting teams, and Newcastle Eagles are the worst. So there's some big gaps between these two teams.
Of course, the Eagles trying to balance life in the British Basketball League, also playing in the ENBL, the European North Basketball League. Well, the Lions, we know, off to a great start in the Euro Cup. Another game this week against Prometey. But right now, it's going to be all about the British Basketball League and their matchup against the Newcastle Eagles. Well, Sam Decker's much anticipated return to the court here for the Lions. A big boost for this team, and definitely look forward to his impact when they head into Europe this week. But Basel fans, welcome here to the Copper Box. This is going to be an epic showdown between the Eagles and the Lions. Don't go anywhere as we are set for tip. Well, Tarek Phillip now winning the opening jump here, was going in the favor of Johnson. But great anticipation by the Great Britain point guard. Decker getting his first touch, but a foul is going to be called against Delpesh. And yeah, you can see already, Graham, great seal-off in the post by Gabe Olasheni.
Yeah, Gabe Olasheni, huge pickup for London Lions this season. He just gives them another option, whether it's him or Sharma on the court, and then Decker in as well tonight.
Well, Morgan left wide open. He could punish his team, and that's what he does best, nailing it from downtown.
Yeah, leading scorer in the British Basketball League. You cannot give him any space, otherwise he'll do exactly that to you.
Newcastle Eagles currently with only 3 players on the bench, a slightly smaller depth in the lineup here tonight, but again, exciting season event to say the least. As Taj Green tries a 3-pointer, responds effectively.
Yeah, Taj Green putting up some big numbers for this team, moved across from the Giants, just as effective this season.
Morgan finding Phillip. Lions getting a ball reversal. Decker takes a 3 in the corner, but a good closeout from the Eagles defense.
Yeah, it's going to take Sam some time, Josh, just to get his legs, get into playing shape. He's been training, I'm sure, doing some stuff on his own, training with the team as well, but playing in a game is a different animal.
Well, there was a 3-pointer by Taj Green. Again, he does take a lot of 3-pointers in games, and if there's a night he's going to have to try and make a lot of them, this would be the nice, but a good give-and-go there between Decker and Matt Morgan.
Yeah, 2 highly intelligent players. Decker at 6'8", looks over the defense. Nice finish by Morgan.
Eagles trying to go to Taj Green in the post. That's a turnaround inside. Taj Green getting an opening 5 points here for the visitors.
Yeah, it's all Taj Green. Great job by him and Newcastle to stay close.
Well, Newcastle has to play a possession by possession at the moment. Tarek Phillip nailed from downtown.
Yeah, Tarek Phillip is in that conversation now as one of the leading players for this Lions team.
Well, suffocated defense by Phillip. He's going to go all the way, and he's going to finish this one, converting the turnover into transition points.
Super efficient, Tarek Phillip. Great defense.
Well, Delpesh going for a long one. Nobody was going in for an offensive rebound at the moment. Eagles getting some good looks from the field. But that's a tough shot, Graham, because if he missed that, nobody's going in for an offensive rebound.
Yeah, early look, but it's all going Newcastle's way offensively at the moment.
Well, Dante Grantham tries a 3-pointer. He can't get it. Johnson able to secure the rebound. Decker the follow-up. And again, Grantham just cleaning up like the junkyard dog.
Yeah, it's great to have a player like Dante in your team. He went off huge in one of the Euro Cup games, and he just tidies up Sam, just finding his feet, getting his touch. No problem for Dante.
Well, again, the second chance points is something Newcastle Eagles need to be wary of tonight. They need to make sure Lions don't go in for too many offensive rebounds. At the moment, a timeout has been called by Mark Stuttle. Good to see Petar Božić back here on the sideline for the Pride.
Yeah, I mean, Robert Youngblood's done a great job, won all his games while he's been in charge, including a Euro Cup game on the road. But Božić, the leader of this group, and great to have him back for the league and for the Lions.
Well, again, a relatively good start from his players, but you know, it's not the case last season. We would always say Lions having a balance playing in their domestic league as opposed to also playing in the Euro Cup. But the same goes for the Newcastle Eagles.
Yeah, they had such a heartbreaking loss out in Lithuania. Then they had to come back and play a couple of games, British Basketball League games, which I think they struggled with, especially the Sheffield loss when they got taken down by 30. but they're not playing every week in that EMBL, but it's still something they've got to think about, something for Mark Stutzel. Obviously, will double up his duties with the GB national team as well.
Mark Stutzel, a coach who made a name for himself in the NBL, but also did a phenomenal job stepping in as the assistant coach and head coach, of course, during the FIBA Eurobasket qualifiers, getting Great Britain to qualify when they featured in Italy. McGill goes down the middle. Greens made 1-3, goes for another one again. He's filled with confidence early on.
I really like Taj Green's game. We know he can go above the rim and be a highlight reel, but he's knocking those threes down. They're not getting out to him, London Lions.
Well, it was a great offense by the Eagles, the penetration, but now Decker going all the way, trying to finish with the left hand, can't get it. But another offensive rebound. Decker posting up, twisting and turning, fighting for everything. The Eagles able to survive this one.
Yeah, I love Decker's aggression there, though. Josh really wanting to put his stamp on this game, just not quite going for him at the moment.
Well, they're trying to go to another ball screen here with McGill. Johnson pump fakes, going up and again, lost his balance. I think Gabe Olasheni was anticipated to go for a block, but probably could have come up with that one. Good defense by the Lions. Great, what I like here, of course, you see what the Eagles are doing. I mean, here's the replay of the missed attempt. I think Johnson, lucky maybe not to get called for a travel, but you like what Eagles are doing. Everything is happening with a ball screen at the moment.
Yeah, they've obviously looked at the film. It's somewhere that they can get some success.
Oh, getting it to drop in. Oh, that's the kind of shot where you just have to throw it up, and hopefully the outcome goes in your favor.
Eagles just playing loose, Josh. Everything they put up pretty much is going down.
Well, Olasheni now trying to go pick and roll here with Morgan. Great hedge, great aggressive show by Del Pesh. But now Eagles have a player down. Philip pump fakes. Well, Newcastle's Eagles defense very, very good at the moment. Can they get something in transition? Johnson going all the way, but nobody following up there for rebounds. And now here we go. Decker getting his first 2 points of the 2023-24 British Basketball League season.
That's a big moment. Mark that down. He's had his struggles, Sam Decker, but he gets that to go in transition. Nice done.
Well, again, Eagles just lacking a bit of spacing in their offense. McGill has to be more aggressive coming off that ball screen. But Newcastle just need to find the balance on the offense.
Yeah, foul called on that screen before Decker knocked the three down, but he'd be pleased that he saw the ball go in. But hey, why not? The ball went down one end, straight back up to Sam Decker, and he gets above the rim and throws it down. So he's off and running, Josh.
Well, trying to obviously manage his minutes. Remember, he is coming back from quite a big ankle injury that he did pick up last season. London leading by 1 point. Morgan curls the screen, quick catch and shoot. Doesn't get this one. Larry Austin Jr., the player we talked about in the pregame, stepping into the lineup, makes a bit of contact. Count it! Austin 316 will go to the free throw line here for the three-point play.
Yeah, simple transition. The defense wasn't set well. If it's not, and there's a gap, attack it. Saluardi with the foul, and Austin, great concentration getting all the way to the front of the hoop.
Well, if it's one thing Newcastle may have in their favor tonight, they have a very quick backcourt. When you have players like Larry Austin Jr., not to mention Johnson, but also Ricky McGill, they've got to use that speed, that ferociousness to try and put the Lions' transition defense under pressure.
Yeah, and they've got Whitfield as well, who can come in. He's been doing a really good job so far this season, the former G League star.
Well, here's the Lions' strength, the physicality, but again, I'd say it's good defense, but Olasheni's got to take advantage of that mismatch. Johnson now finds Austin. Good pass, the rejection. Olasheni just said, not at my house. Green's made 2 threes. Make it 3. The green light currently flashing there for the Eagles bench.
Well, this team definitely got off the bus in plenty of time because they are on fire. Newcastle Eagles. Great 3 again from Taj Green. No hesitation. Finds the bottom of the net.
Lions now trying to get the ball reversal. Phillip down the middle. Takes a little floater, just getting it to drop. You know, one thing about Newcastle in their offense, you can see they're slicing down the defense, ball screens, getting into the middle, making the defense crash. And these are things that they have to do for 4 quarters. McGill now on the ball. Again, here's where the congestion in their offense may cause them some problems. Johnson, another penetration, pump fakes. Goes for a tough fadeaway. A nice move there by Johnson.
Yeah, Newcastle Eagles.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a short break, and we'll be back momentarily.
I put the work in, you put the work in, everyone knows you deserve it. They must be blind like curtains, certain. Anything you got, you've earned it. Sky is the limit, it's reachable. Just jump high, it's achievable. Can't stop me, I'm unbeatable. I'm unbeatable, I'm
I'm
unbeatable.
unbeatable. Couple minutes gotta score. Every time they wanna clash, the winners kicking through the door. I am unbeatable. Chances running out of stop, and we're running out the clock. I fail once, never stop. I am unbeatable. I am unbeatable. I am unbeatable, yeah. I am unbeatable. I am unbeatable, yeah. I am unbeatable. I am unbeatable, yeah. I am unbeatable.
Let's take this thing higher, higher than you ever been. Stand tall like Everest. I mean higher. You ain't gotta settle in. Go places they never been. We go higher, non-stop. Take it to the top, even when the ball drops. My man.
Welcome back, Basel fans. At the moment, Newcastle Eagles hanging in there against the London Lions. Currently, Taj Green, 11 points. I mean, Graham, he's had a good night from the perimeter, but, you know, what we've seen so far, second chance points, 6 of them coming from the Eagles, but we have to talk about their offense. The backcourt of Johnson, Ricky McGill, doing a good job of coming off these ball screens and really making the Lions defense collapse.
Yeah, and then Green stepping out and knocking these threes down, so it's a great job. He's 100% from the field all round. Can they keep it going for 4 quarters?
Well, Lions go into a 2-3 zone. Grantham playing at the high post, and again, well, it's a bit of a gamble here to play this 2-3 zone defense. They have brought Josh Sharma in the game, but Graham, you love to see Dante Grantham just stick himself there at the high post to give them an option to break the zone down.
Yeah, and also it's more difficult when you're playing zone as when you're playing defense, trying to box somebody out because you're guarding an area. You haven't got a particular number or particular player. So just see how this develops.
Josh Ward-Hibbert, the former Lion, playing in the back. There you can see that's one way to break the zone down, but Sharma unable to finish that. Newcastle maybe getting away with that one.
Yeah, Sharma, MVP of the game against Cheshire Phoenix Friday night, just not able to finish there. Normally he'd be above the rim and crushing that.
Well, it's interesting why they've gone into zone defense, because they do have a 4-point lead by playing man-to-man, but there you can see one player who can light it up. But maybe the zone's going to pay off momentarily. We'll find out. Eagles looking to extend their lead. Johnson pump fakes. Finds a bit of separation for the mid-range. And again, they are on fire at the moment.
Yeah, they're going where they want to go. That's a beautiful back side step, just creating extra space, and Johnson knocks down the free throw line jumper.
Just over 3.5 here in the first quarter. This is more patient play for the Lions. Bradley Caboza also in the lineup with Mo Solowade. And now time is winding down. Solowade penetrates. Finds Kieran Sandy, has to put up a tough one. And Eagles defense paying dividends. Austin trying to step up a gear. 3 threes for Taj Green. Thought about it. Takes it from the mid-range. And again, the hesitation in his offense costing them dearly. Well, Nelson making a decision to find Kieran Sandy. And that's a good transition play for the Lions.
Yeah, the two Brits connecting. That's great look from Luke Nelson. Remember, he got 10 assists. They had 37 assists against Cheshire Phoenix on Friday night, which is an outstanding effort.
Johnson coming on a handoff. Finding Taj Green, that gets rejected. Now will go out of bounds. Good defense. The block came from Josh Sharma. Again, the confidence in this Eagles team, it's all coming from the backcourt.
Look what they're doing to the defense, Josh. They're making them turn. The defense is turning in on itself. They're making strong bounce passes, really being brave, just saying, we're going to go in and attack you, whether it's Josh Sharma or Olasheni.
3 blocks already here from the Lions. Darius Defoe into the game. Defoe playing the 5. Almost, they got to get something going. Has to force it up. Ward-Hibbert puts up a helmet. Oh, almost got it. That would have been something special. Well, again, Sandy made the sprinted transition, but Nelson unable to get the ball to him. Kaboza finds Sharma. Well, Solowade left wide open, takes the three, doesn't get it. Sharma, offensive, born in the putback. But again, you've got to box this man out.
Yeah, there's the problem. Sharma came from the three-point line at the top, unimpeded, offensive rebound and crushes it, as we know he can do.
Well, Green's made 3 threes. Picks up his dribble. Someone's got to go to him. Larry Austin Jr. trying to isolate. Nice move here, but just lost it, and he turns it over. 1:57 to go. That was a good move by Austin Jr.
Yeah, spins baseline, aggressive again. It just didn't quite work out. They've still got a 2-point lead, though, Josh. They've just got to be steady now. Here's a great steal.
Well, Ward Hibbert doing what he does best. Well, the previous offense, some positive signs for the Eagles. When the offense doesn't go to hand, you can now see that players like Larry Austin, when they get the ball in their hands, they're making things happen in the dime moments. But here comes the ball screen. McGill going pick and roll with Green. McGill looking for an opening. That's a little bump, puts up in the mid-range. And again, it's the backcourt making things happen for the Eagles.
Yeah, the screen was refused there. He just went the other side of it, which maybe confused the defense slightly. Nice space created with the move, knocking down the jump shot.
Well, Nelson trying to go up and kick this one to Mo Solowade, but didn't get the right timing on the pass. So the Eagles will take a lot of confidence in the moment.
Yeah, Josh, they're playing loose. They're just pushing. They're asking questions of the London Lions. The former London Lion, there's Ward Hibbert getting the steal off the inbounds. That's really sloppy from the Lions, but really good heads-up play from Josh Ward Hibbert.
Well, momentum is going to be key here for the Newcastle Eagles. Every possession needs to count. Trying to extend a lead here. McGill goes for another mid-range, but again, doesn't get it. And that's going to be another turnover here for the Lions. That turnover, number 5, already here in the first quarter.
And I was just saying, waxing lyrical about Luke Nelson, his 10 assists out of 37 on Friday, and that's a couple of quick turnovers from Luke, or that he's been involved in. He'll want to tidy that up.
Foul's going to be called against the young Bradley Kaboza. This is going to be something Ricky McGill tries to take advantage of. I mean, Bradley Kaboza is a bright young talent, but at the moment, Ricky McGill, a lot of experience against this young player. And this should be a mismatch that he identifies. Well, we get another three-pointer. Top of the key, 3 is up. No good, but a good offense by the Eagles. Well, Nelson trying another one for the perimeter, and again, the GB General getting it going from downtown.
Yeah, that's the best way to make up for a couple of turnovers. Drain a 3. Fabulous shot from Luke Nelson.
It's the benefit of having Josh Sharma in your lineup as Larry Austin Jr. attacks, and again, I mean, Graham, it's looking like a very different Newcastle team. Obviously, the game they had previously where it was pretty much an emphatic defeat against them. But at the moment, you're seeing a more confident. Again, going back, this is what we say here with Josh Sharma. Simple handoff. You know, you cannot run underneath that. You got to chase Luke Nelson to prevent him from getting an open three-pointer.
Yeah, handoff and into the screen, and Luke Nelson is creating space. That space is being created for him by Josh Sharma's screen, and he's not going to turn that option away. But Newcastle are playing mentally and physically like they are well rested. They haven't played since last weekend, and London Lions have been to Germany. They've come back, they've beaten Cheshire Phoenix, and now they're on the court again.
Also, credit to this team finding a good spacing in the backcourt, players such as Ricky McGill and Larry Austin Jr. But you know, one thing Larry Austin Jr. can provide for this team is the ability to play a very high tempo. If he gets the ball in transition, he's got to keep attacking the basket, put London Lions under pressure. But at the moment, Lions are going to try and go for the last shot here in the first quarter. Tries a backdoor play, almost turns it over. Kaboza thought about it. They turn it right back over. Austin's going to have to force this one up. And Basel fans, at the end of the first quarter, it is indeed the Newcastle Eagles who have a 2-point lead here against the London Lions. We're going to take a break, and we'll be back.
with one hand, and Wang just threw it down hard.
Another pump fake for him. He's got lots of room, Johnson. Oh, Taj Green! Hello!
Just followed his point guard and smashed the pool in before anyone else could react.
Jordan Johnson gets in, puts the kernel in the pot. Taj Green, kaboom! Jaron Holmes, one-on-one with Defoe and swiped away by Taj Green. Now they're pushing forward. McGill! Oh, what a block! Caleb Asprey, lock and key.
This is a basket-saving block. Asbury comes across clean as you like off the backboard. Let's take this thing higher, higher than you ever been. Stand tall like Everest. I mean higher. You ain't gotta settle in. Go places they never been. We go higher, non-stop. Take it to the top, even when the ball drops. My man.
Well, head coach Petar Bojic just returning to the sidelines, of course. And, we're talking about a coach with very good experience, was a player, assistant, and, for a seasoned head coach of the Great Partizan. It's great to have a coach of that caliber here in the league.
Yes, the direction that the league is trending in, wanting to get the best coaches around the world and from around Europe into this league. And Petar Bojic is right up there with one of the best.
Newcastle turning it over. Lions almost turning it right back over. At the moment, Newcastle just need to keep maintaining a bit of full court pressure against this Lions backcourt. With a slight player currently the Lions have on the floor, Olasheni, Sam Dekker. Well, Sam Dekker will play the power forward, but more as a perimeter role here for the Lions. I think what Larry Austin was signaling to the referees that it should have been an 8-second violation. I'm not sure that I think that's what the debate they're having there, because the shot clock is currently at 15. So yeah, 8-second violation, turnover. So good defense by the Eagles.
Yeah, that's sloppy again, and unfortunately Luke Nelson, it appears, involved in that turnover. And London Lions need to step to the next level, at the level where they've been and how they've got themselves to 7-0 in this league and 2-0 in Eurocup. And Coach Bojic has had 3 games off, a wry smile from him, and they've got some work to do here. Newcastle 2 points up and in the ascendancy.
Defoe looking to give this up. Already Lions trying to be a little bit tougher with the defense. Defoe quick pick and pop, can't get it. Larry Austin Jr. unable to get the offensive board. Lions trying to push the tempo quickly. Dekker with a post up. Turns around. A foul here is going to be called against the Eagles.
A nice move by Sam Dekker, just looking as if he was going to go high. A couple of bounces high. And he knows he's got the size advantage on Whitfield. Whitfield's 6'5". Sam Dekker 6'8", and he loves going in the post and playing with his back to the basket.
Well, one of the very best players last season's Eurocup campaign across all teams in not only that division, but also the other division too. Lions falling short, unfortunately, last season too, over to Badalona. But again, obviously a big boost for this team's chance to retain all the accolades here in the league, but also in the Eurocup this upcoming campaign. Well, again, you can see, it's going to go back to the Eagles because a foul is going to be called against Tariq Phillip. But these are parts of the game where Newcastle can't afford to choke here. They got to remain their composure, deal with this full court pressure.
Yeah, especially as they've got all these super guards on the floor. That's a straight line pass, and the player just fell to the floor. So they're fortunate to still have the ball, but they're giving it away now.
Well, another turnover. Phillip comes up with it, and Phillip is going to miss a layup, and again, sloppy passage of play from both teams. Newcastle at the moment looking a little bit unconfident. Austin Jr. goes in, comes right back up with it. Finds Ward Hibbert, former line in the corner, takes a 3, and again he nails it.
Yeah, Josh Ward Hibbert, great pickup for Newcastle Eagles. Not required by the Lions this season, but he knocks that three down, no hesitation, wide open.
Again, you got to credit the relentless play of Larry Austin, but at the moment, Decker has a mismatch. And again, Newcastle's defense cannot afford to have that mismatch and that switch.
That was too easy for Sam. You can't let him get that deep, close to the hoop. Easy turn to the bucket and finish.
Defoe looking for a post-up. Takes a tough fadeaway shot, can't get it. Well, Whitfield putting the pressure on, coming up with another loose ball. Larry Austin Jr. diving on it. And Eagles come back up with it. They have numbers. Finds Defoe. One more pass and McGill will finish it. Sharing is caring here for the Newcastle Eagles.
Well, that move had a bit of everything, Josh. Hustle, diving on the loose ball, being smart, passing it off. And then three passes. Watch this. 1, 2, 3. And finish. Worrying moments for Bozic, Josh. They're only three down, but there was no reaction on that defense.
Of course, the big game coming up on Thursday night will be between the Manchester Giants as they get set to host the Bristol Flyers. It's live here on the British Basketball League YouTube. There's some very, very big games coming up this week. While Newcastle Eagles, they'll be hosting the Leicester Riders. And that is almost the Classico of British basketball. Two teams that have dominated this league for so long. Of course, you can watch it, but Sheffield Sharks, they'll be on Sky Sports as they host the London Lions, one of only two teams last year that were able to get 2 victories against the Lions. That's live on Sky Sports. Sheffield Sharks hosting the London Lions. You know, of course, in the moment, we got to credit this team. Josh Ward-Hibbert hitting the three-pointer in the corner. And, of course, what a great impact he's played for the Eagles. But, you know, the fact that the Newcastle Eagles have been able to come up with so many steals is down to the effort of Larry Austin Jr. His defense has been absolutely suffocating.
Yeah, they're doing it as a team as well. They're diving on that loose ball. That was fantastic. Multiple efforts, getting the ball to his teammate and able to finish way too easily, I'm sure, for Coach Bozic liking.
Newcastle going back to a man-to-man defense. Lions trying to run through ball screens, getting those switches. Olasheni, one pass, the reverse layup. Nelson unable to finish that one, but a nice organized execution by the London Lions. Defoe looking for a post-up, nowhere to go, and again, he turns it over, but, you know, Graham, the one problem with that is Defoe's making the post-up near the three-point line. Grantham split the defense down, does a little hobble step, gets his own rebound, still can't finish. Lions at the moment really struggling here. Oh, Graham, question. Oh! Yes, counted. Johnson gets the and one, and he's going to the free throw line for the 4-point play. I was just about to ask you, I was literally going to say, is this a shooting foul? Johnson, bit of contact, throws it up, and says, abracadabra. A little bit of magic there from Johnson.
Well, that's just brilliant. Great recognition, gets the contact, throws it up. The leading scorer, outstanding player for Newcastle Eagles, just sprinkles a bit of magic dust on this game.
Now go back to the previous play when they turned the ball over. You know, one thing you've got to love about having a player like Darius Defoe is the ability to have a solid center. But, you know, seeing the post up against Gabe Olasheni, he's almost catching it near the three-point line. I mean, Darius Defoe's got to get to that double block. Give Newcastle the spacing that they need in their offense.
You're absolutely right. Get nearer to the bucket, then the players on the outside have more room to maneuver. But he also made up for it. They got the defensive rebound off the Lions miss, and then they've just made that spectacular three.
Well, Nelson trying to throw it down low. That should be Lions ball. Josh Ward-Hibbert coming over and helping. And of course, one thing the Eagles are going to find today, they're going to have to do a lot of helping from the weak side, from one pass away, 2 passes, you name it. But Lions, at some point, they're going to be able to break this down and find those open shooters on the perimeter. Well, Grantham coming off one screen, doesn't get the three-pointer. Larry Austin Jr. gets a rebound. Matt Morgan back in the game. Austin makes a bit of contact, and he'll go back to the free throw line. And well, great for me. He's probably been their best player along with Taj Green.
Yeah, Green got him going early, making those shots, but Larry Austin Jr., we spoke about him pre-game. He's got all the moves. He's taken it to Matt Morgan, the best player in the league so far offensively this season, and he's back at the free throw line. Lions are #1 at getting to the free throw line this season, and Newcastle Eagles, they've got the second best percentage.
Well, talking about stats, of course, we looked at this game. The Lions, defensively, obviously the best team here in the British Basketball League. Their teams are only scoring 76 points against them. Newcastle's only averaging 74 points a game.
Yeah, well, they're playing well above themselves, as the teams have to. They've got to play way above their potential to live with this London Lions team for 48 minutes. And again, Coach Stutler, as he's done with GB teams, he's getting his players playing inspired basketball.
Lions just being challenged. Question is, can they ride the storm? Solowadi go and pick a pop here. They get a ball reversal. Good defense here. Grantham trying to attack. Goes in with the Euro step, and again, Johnson came over the help, but it wasn't enough.
Yeah, super play from Grantham.
Well, again, we talk about this quick backcourt. You quickly see how Johnson trying to push the tempo. This could be something that Mark Stutler has said for his players, but Johnson comes over the help side, but look how easy it is with the Euro step for Grantham to break it down.
Again, Grantham's a big body, 6'8", 6'7", 6'8". Johnson's only 5'10". He's doing his best there, but good agility by Grantham to evade the defense. But straight up the other end, as soon as you've scored, you've got to be getting back on defense, especially against this super quick Eagles team.
Lions only have one more foul to give here in the second quarter, excuse me. Again, it's all been down to the pace of Newcastle's backcourt. Johnson coming off another screen. Well, good hands on defense, but that's going to remain. Well, no, it's got to be Eagles ball, surely. Well, the officials will review this, but surely the momentum of the ball did come from the behind the reach. So, yeah, they've changed the decision now. 9 seconds here on the shot clock. Johnson's got to get something going. Two players on it, kicks out. Austin Jr., three in the corner. Oh, look at the elevation by Taj Green, but unable to secure the offensive board. Grantham, quick cross court. Finds Mo Solowadi, and again, Eagles will play quick. Lions trying to match that tempo.
Yes, picture perfect transition three in the corner from Solowadi.
But Ward Hibbert nails another one. Again, he's not known for taking three-pointers, but at the moment has two triples.
Yeah, they're all stepping up, Newcastle Eagles. Hibbert again almost gets the defensive steal as well.
The foul is going to be called against Larry Austin Jr. Inspiring tempo, but again, good perimeter shooting from the Eagles. Both teams really, but again, look at the dime coming from Grantham, finding Solowadi. They say that transition three-pointers usually a very high percentage looks because they're usually the ones that are the most wide open.
Yeah, and it was just a fantastic pass, skip pass from one side of the court to the other.
Well, here's a play you don't want to leave wide open. That's just why Morgan punishing the Eagles defense.
Yeah, hit his first one. Now he's hit that one halfway through the second quarter. Dangerous player.
Well, Del Pesh needs to roll to the basket a bit quicker. And Ward Hibbert, again, the help side defense of Morgan, putting him under a bit of pressure. He travels.
Substitution checking into the game for the London Lions, number 22, Tariq.
Yeah, really good defense there, Morgan. And then Soliardi, came down and they just sped Ward Hibbert up, and he ended up with the travel.
Yeah, you want to see the pick and roll action keep going, but Del Pesh, when he sets those ball screens, he has to be a lot quicker going straight to the basket. Give the backcourt a little bit of room to maneuver. At the moment, Lions still trailing by 3. 5 minutes ago, Morgan made his last 3, and again, he's cooking it on the floor, putting up a little bit of an entree. And ladies and gentlemen, tie game. We'll take a break, and we'll be back shortly.
He's got
working, everyone knows you deserve it. They must be blind like curtains, certain anything you got, you've earned it. Sky's the limit, it's reachable. Just jump high, it's achievable. Can't stop me, I'm unbeatable. I'm unbeatable. I'm
I'm
unbeatable.
unbeatable. Couple minutes, gotta score. Every time they wanna clash, the winners kicking through the door. I am unbeatable. Chances running out of stop, and we're running out the clock. I fail once, never stop. I am unbeatable. I am unbeatable. I am unbeatable, yeah. I am unbeatable. I am unbeatable, yeah. I am unbeatable. I am unbeatable, yeah. I am unbeatable.
Let's take this thing higher, higher than you ever been. Stand tall like Everest. I mean higher. You ain't gotta settle in. Go places they never been. We go higher, non-stop. Take it to the top, even when the ball drops. My man.
A little bit of room to maneuver. At the moment, Lions still trailing by 3. 5 minutes ago, Morgan made his last 3, and again, he's cooking it on the floor, putting up a little bit of an entree. And ladies and gentlemen, tie game. We'll take a break, and we'll be back shortly. London Lions all tied here against the Newcastle Eagles. Graham, at the moment, you know, the Eagles have only missed 2 3-pointers, but, you know, the big telling fact has been points in the paint and in transition. 9 points in the fast break for the Lions, and 18 points inside the key. And Ricky McGill going up, avoiding the block. That's a tough move against Sharma Airlines.
Yeah, really quick move before Sharma could get in position for the block. But yeah, they can score in so many ways, but Matt Morgan, you've got to be on watch out there. He's made his last 2 threes, over 40% from three-point land.
Oh, he's now 4 3-pointers from the field. Chef Morgan cooking it up one more time.
Yeah, look at disdain at the Newcastle defense. Fantastic matchup.
Well, that was a good play by Johnson, unable to get the ball to Del Pesh. Now Tarek Phillip trying to get the action again. Greg, we might need to get our umbrellas out. It is raining 3-pointers.
Yeah, Tarek Phillip, he's second leading scorer on this team, behind Matt Morgan, 12 points a game. I love Phillip. He's a great foil for Matt Morgan as well.
Lions with their biggest lead of the game. Ward Hibbert goes back to good hands by Solowade. Again, the previous offense by the Eagles, there's a lot of positives about Newcastle in this game we'd love to see. I mean, the penetration came from Johnson, just unable to get the pass to a wide open Del Pesh. But, you know, that's down to the defense. And here you can see, I mean, this is great for British basketball, especially the national team. Seeing Tarek Phillip, as you mentioned. Oh, that's a 2-point shot, but the way this game is going, everything is going inside the basket.
Yeah, this is sensational. Johnson, the latest player to knock it down. Newcastle have got to do this to stay close.
Solowade penetrating. That's going to be an offensive foul. Well, no, that's a worrying sign for the Eagles. Hopefully, he's okay there. The charge is going to be called. It was a reach out, whereas Drew Lasker likes to call it the chicken wing, I think it was he called it. He's going to go to the bench.
Great job by Hibbert, though. Josh really brave, moved his feet. May have got tangled up and just tweaked his ankle. We really hope that he's going to be okay, because he's had a big game. 6 points plus the steals and some brave defense there as well for Sirius Newcastle Eagles.
McGill coming off a double screen. Tries to go for another mid-range, can't get it. An offensive rebound, but that's going to remain Eagles ball onto the basket.
Yeah, Taj Green's gone a little bit quiet after his superb start, but he's huge for this team to keep offenses alive, get offensive rebounds, set screens.
Well, Johnson goes for a Hail Mary 3-pointer. Can't get that one. Lions with a chance to extend their lead. Well, Sharma maybe getting away with that one, but it doesn't matter, because Matt Morgan, you are witnessing excellence here at the Copper Box. This guy, 5 3-pointers already here in the first half.
Yeah, we're just smiling at each other here, Josh, in the commentary position. That's one heck of a pass from Decker. They say don't leave your feet when you're making a pass, but when you're as good as Sam, you can do that. And Morgan, that is not easy. Touch right in the corner there. He's just caught the ball and knocked it down.
Lions with their biggest lead of the game, currently 5 points with 3:09 to go in the second quarter. A good turnaround from his players.
Hey, good call on the switch out.
This is a big timeout now. Obviously, you can see Penna Bošić, you know, relatively composed as players. But let's talk about the Eagles. What do you think Mark Studel will probably be saying to his players now? They're trailing by the biggest deficit so far.
Let's get the spacing right on offense. Don't shoot too quickly unless you're wide open. Let's really try and attack the gaps. Defensively, well, they can mix it up. They tried some zone that worked. They can throw some junk defenses in. Don't let London Lions get settled in any sort of rhythm offensively. Stutel knows he will get his players playing at an inspired level, and that's what he's done so far tonight. They are 5 down now, but they're giving London Lions all they can handle.
Well, it's all been coming from the backcourt, as we mentioned. Larry Osset Jr., Johnson, Ricky McGill. They just need, as you mentioned, something from Taj Green. I think they're going to get a warning technical for something. I'm not quite sure what it was. Well, great journey, and you know, his pathway into coach has been a fantastic story, as we mentioned. Working as a sport lecturer, coaching in Middlesbrough, also proudly in Newcastle, but you know, starting as the GB assistant coach really got him to where he is today.
Yeah, it just shows you don't have to be at the highest level all the time to then end up coaching your national team, and I think that's what the players like about him. He's very grounded, he's been there right from the grassroots all the way up. He understands British basketball. He loves the opportunity, obviously, to coach his national team.
Under 3 minutes. Eagles don't want this deficit to get any bigger. McGill got it by Morgan. Throws a tough one to Delpesh. Delpesh maybe took too many steps there. Johnson goes from no man's land. Are you kidding me? Again.
That's just awesome. Okay, fortunate, but good hustle to kick it back out. And Johnson, no hesitation from way downtown, knocks the three-pointer.
Phillip fancying the mismatch, but kicks out to Morgan. He's made 5 threes. Unable to get this one. Eagles can tie the game up. Osset Jr. throwing a long one there to Taj Green. Finds Delpesh down the middle. Well, no foul call, but again, a strong finish by Delpesh.
Yeah, super running. Feed the big fella when he runs down the middle. That's a great finish. Wasn't able to get the dunk, but soft touch off the glass.
All locked in at 47 apiece. Sharma elevates, can't connect with it. Again, the hustle by Mo Solowade. Decker going behind the back. He draws a foul. That's only going to be the second team foul, but he thinks he was shooting it. I don't know what the referees have called here.
Yeah, broken play again. Who wants to get on the floor, get their knees dirty to pick up the loose ball? But that's Decker again, attacking the defense, putting on a lot of pressure for Newcastle Eagles.
Well, the foul has been called on the ground. So it will be a baseline ball here to the Lions. Well, definitely a lot of fans back up in the tune. Watching this game, and another foul is going to be called. That's a third team foul, so only one more foul for the Eagles to give with 1:58 to go. You just have to love the culture, the history, the tradition of the Newcastle Eagles. I mean, we're talking about the most successful team in the history of British basketball.
Yeah, and they're having to try and play catch-up, as everyone is doing the last couple of seasons with London Lions, but they've got such an exciting team. We wish them all the best with their European adventures as well. Hopefully they can do both.
Decker caught a good double team. Finds Sharma under the basket. He gets the and one. That's the price you pay when you double team somebody in the offense.
Again, Decker's such a great assist man. Can see over the top of the defense. Sharma, Newcastle haven't got anyone to guard him really. Taj Green is somewhere near, but they've got no one on the floor that's anywhere near as big as Josh Sharma. He keeps the ball up nicely, protects it and finishes it.
I mean, no doubt, of course, you want to double team Decker when he's got the ball close to the basket, but you have your 2 big players double teaming him at that point. At that point, the help side defense has got to be one of the 3 smaller backcourt players. So, you know, Eagles fighting for what they've got. You know, this is a very good team that's been composed together. No doubt that, as we mentioned, going through a bit of a roller coaster, but, you know, I have a lot of confidence that they are going to potentially be a top 4 team this season in the league.
They had a really strong start to the season, won their first 2 games, then lost the next 3, including that European heartache, but that's going to make them stronger, hopefully.
Well, good ball reversal. Again, a bit of a bullet pass coming from Taj Green. McGill was wide open in the corner. Another turnover.
Yeah, they just got to relax as they do what they did to get them the lead.
That's now the 8th turnover of the game for the Eagles. This is good defense by Larry Austin Jr., smothering Decker, trying to stop him from getting the ball, chasing him around the ball screens, and they've committed another foul. But you got to credit this guy, chasing Sam Decker around the court, trying to make life difficult for him.
Yeah, trying to triple team Decker, but that, as you say, that's really dangerous because invariably he finds the right pass, and now he's at the free throw line.
Well, Decker just missing the first free throw. And again, you mentioned this already. There's got to be a transition period when he has to get back into rhythm. It's very difficult when you return from injury. But, you know, credit Newcastle. The way they've been defending so far, you know, they're having to make him work for everything.
Yeah, they have to say that to Decker. Okay, you may be the MVP last year, but we're already 5 games into our season. We're game ready, and they've got to make it as uncomfortable for Decker as they can.
2-possession lead to the Lions. Eagles going to a dribble handoff. Larry Austin almost turning it over. May have just given an unpleasant bit of contact there to the GB Generals. Lionel Bischoff and Darius Defoe unable to knock it down, but I think Luke Nelson may be in some kind of discomfort at the moment.
Yeah, there was definitely some contact in the midriff area. He's just going to take his time. But again, it's Luke, it's Luke Nelson.
Better Bosic. I love that.
Yeah, come on, Luke, let's go.
Well, Luke Nelson's tough as nails, but Better Bosic, I think he went over there thinking that it was a... I don't think we need to say any more. I think the...
Substitution for number 10, Luke Nelson.
Well, again, a man with a great coaching experience, having worked with the Austin Spurs as an assistant and then as a head coach. And also being a part of a decade with one of the greatest teams in European basketball, Partizan Belgrade.
Foul is called. Foul called for Gale. 2 shots to come from Bradley Caboza.
Well, again, you know, I've paid a lot of homage to Newcastle Eagles, how great they've been defensively so far, but now is the point you kind of have to monitor everything because any more fouls, I mean, both teams are in the penalty, but Newcastle, they need to keep the margin low. They don't want to just give London with free throws.
Yeah, they don't want it to get up to around 10-point lead because they've done so well this first half. As Caboza misses the first free throw, they've really made it difficult for Lions to get into any sort of rhythm.
Well, makes the second one 5-point lead. And Basel fans, if you are joining us live on the YouTube chat, please make sure you like this live stream and also subscribe to the British Basketball League on YouTube and all social media platforms. Defoe getting an offensive rebound. Johnson goes for another 3, and again, keeping the Eagles in this one. Cutting it back down to a 2-point ball game.
Offensive rebound, corrects all mistakes, kick out to Johnson for the 3.
Well, Decker thought about it. I think a foul is going to be called off the ball in this.
Offensive foul.
Yeah, it's going to be an offensive foul. Sharma's going to get called for a push against Darius Defoe. The positive sign here for the Eagles is going to be 4.4 seconds difference. Now, this is going to be free throws, actually. Oh, no, it's not. No.
Substitution for the London
I thought it was...
Lions, number 20, Josh Sharma.
So no free throws here, excuse me, no.
Yeah, they didn't have possession of the ball, but that's tough. A little bit tough on Josh. I'm not sure if he had a little look out the corner of his eye in order to make contact. It just seemed a natural movement of his left arm, and it made contact with the defender.
Now, if you're Newcastle here, you want to try and go down to the shot clock as much as possible because, as we mentioned, 4.4 seconds difference between game and shot clock. Johnson crosses over. There's a kick out. McGill in the corner. Takes a long one. Can't get it. A traveling violation by Bradley Caboza. Newcastle will get it right back with 5.7 seconds left.
That's really fortunate for Newcastle Eagles, but you know what? They deserve some luck, some good fortune, because the way they've played the bulk of this first half, Caboza will be annoyed with himself. He had possession and he travelled.
Well, plenty of time, but they got to get it and go here. Johnson being guarded by Phillip. Tries to dish up, finds McGill, and he ties the game up at 52 apiece. And ladies and gentlemen, we're all tied up here at the end of the first half. We're going to take a short break, and we will be back momentarily. just can't get it, but another offensive board, but just fumbling it. Lions come up with it. Well, look out below. Shover Lions. Well, we have takeoff. Elvis has left the building.
Mackenzie now looking for Idowu. In fact, he sees a gap and sees some room, and he was fading away and moving away from the basket. Nice save there from McGill. Hustle play, Jordan Johnson, Josh Ward-Hibbert, they need it, and the Newcastle Eagles have it.
Wow, it starts with Ricky McGill. An athletic, emphatic play to keep the ball in bounds, and then Josh Ward-Hibbert runs the floor like all good wings should, confidently knocks it down.
And a throwdown. Oh my goodness. Caught that with one hand, and Wang just threw it down hard.
Another pump fake for him. He's got lots of room, Johnson. Oh, Taj Green. Hello.
Just followed his point guard and smashed the ball in before anyone else could react.
Jordan Johnson gets in, puts the kernel in the pot. Taj Green, kaboom! Jaron Holmes, one-on-one with Defoe and swiped away by Taj Green. Now they're pushing forward. McGill! Oh, what a block! Caleb Asprey, lock and key.
This is a basket-saving block. Asbury comes across clean as you like. Let's take this thing higher, higher than you ever been. Stand tall like Everest. I mean higher. You ain't gotta settle in. Go places they never been. We go higher, non-stop. Take it to the top, even when the ball drops. My man.
Welcome back, Basel fans, and we're here in the British Basel League as the London Lions are all locked in here at 52 apiece against the Newcastle Eagles. Graham, this has been inspiring stuff from the Eagles.
Great job by Newcastle Eagles, taking it to London Lions right from the first whistle, and some super efforts by Taj Green, Johnson, McGill, Larry Austin Jr. The whole team has stepped up.
Well, we're going to take a look at the statistics from the first half at the moment. As you can see, it's just been a three-point shootout. 18 combined three-pointers for both the Eagles and the Lions, and I don't think it gets any better than this, Graham.
It was head-shaking at times when they were just going back and forth, trading threes. Matt Morgan starting to deliver as well. Newcastle Eagles need to keep an eye on him. 14 assists for Newcastle Eagles, great job, especially on the back of London Lions' 37 assists against Cheshire Phoenix Friday night.
Well, again, nothing to separate these two teams, of course, just a phenomenal performance. I mean, neither team really getting it going for the free throw line, but of course, what an unbelievable performance we have seen. Well, now, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to look at the story of the first half, and so far it's been exciting action between Newcastle Eagles and London Lions. But Graham, I'm going to let you break this one down. What a game we've had.
Yeah, there's Sam Decker. We love that. He's 6'8", he catches the ball, keeps it above his head. Easy assist to Matt Morgan. Young players, just watch the way Decker operates. And then the three in the corner from Tariq Phillip. He is their second leading scorer, London Lions, at just over 12 a game. But then Newcastle Eagles have traded blow for blow, getting to the basket and kicking it out. Here was Decker's first 2 points of the season. Just mark that down. And they just kept going. They're able to create baskets for themselves, extra pass. They keep it going out to Taj Green, and he knocks down the three. They've got different prongs of attack here. I love the flow of Newcastle Eagles.
Well, of course, you can see good ball from the Lions, also getting things going with the foul. I mean, that's a case there. The Eagles, they cannot give too many of those away. They have to make sure they keep the London Lions off the offensive rebounds tonight. Yeah,
they went to zone defense a few times. Not a problem with that. But if you're going to do that, you've got to be able to box out and take care of the bigs of London Lions. And Decker there getting him way too deep and just turning and finishing off the glass. This was the highlight play for me of the half from either team. Great hustle, double effort, three-man passing drill against two players. Lions didn't get back enough, but Newcastle Eagles, well done to them there.
But this is the tempo that the Eagles were playing with, and what a circus shot by Johnson there, just throwing it up. I mean, that's a prayer, and it was answered from above.
Yeah, that's the mindset Newcastle Eagles were in. I think that could be number one of the top plays of this week potentially, but that is trademark London Lions transition 3 from one wing to the opposite corner.
Well, good ball movement again. Kicking this one out. Johnson at the moment, it almost feels like anything he throws up is definitely going at the bottom of the net. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're now going to show you the highlights from the games yesterday from the British Basketball League. Enjoy.
It's loud on a Sunday evening at the Sports Village, particularly when Manchester are in town. White overcooks everything, but falls right into the hands of Maceo Jack for his first score. It's stolen away, Holden running it back, and a two-handed flush. Round it goes to Jack, resets himself for 3, and he rattles that one in. That's not a great handoff, didn't give Anderson much chance, and here he is again. Oh! Blew the layup. Well, can you believe it, Holden? Good hands. Rideau timed that well, knocked it out of bounds. Boucher spinning it up off the glass, nice finish. Here's White. There he is, you said. Nice pass. Stevens underneath, great assist from Rideau. Here's White in the corner for 3.
Yep.
Once the first one goes in, you know he starts feeling it.
But also, he had his feet set.
Pick and roll with Ulf. He finds the roller and he flushes it down. Nice pass. Here's Ulf again, going to the rim. Back-to-back scores for David Ulf. Ulf again. All stolen away by Lewis. Cheshire fans wanting a foul, so too does Ben Thomas. Christian in the corner, and his 3 rattles in, and suddenly all that momentum that Manchester had built up. And that's going to be a body foul.
Yeah, that one hurt.
Yeah, Anderson needs to heave it from miles out. Oh, Jamal Anderson, are you kidding me?
And he knows it. He's big smile, rainbow shot right at the last second.
Rideau bullying his way to the basket and finishing strong. Well, victory in the Northwest Derby for Ben Thomas, Maceo Jack and the Cheshire Phoenix. They've beaten the Manchester Giants 83 points to 67. And a really good performance from them. Getting first down court and calling for the screen. They went underneath the screen and Ramsey made them pay. Gladiators in the early stages here, up 11-4, but that'll be 11-6 with Pauliza getting to the rim to the finger roll. If the offense is working, they become very, very difficult to beat. And one thing we know is if you leave Adekoya that wide open, he's too good a shooter, he will knock that 3 down. Ramsey with the spin, taking it to the rim, not quite. The offensive end, that's the struggles for Caledonia at the minute, just 6 points, but they will get an easy 2 as Whelan gets right to the basket. Rock comes in and pokes it away.
Perfect timing.
Body on the floor, and that leaves Stewart wide open for 3. Whelan for 3, off the mark. Malcolm with the rebound and put back. Away comes Retino. Retino right down the middle to the finger roll. Nobody stopped the ball. Ramsey. Adekoya cutting back door and finishing well. Great pass to find him. Plus putting the speed on. Here's Cook on the trail. Pipkins, oh, look how open he is. Well, well, what is that? Shot clock getting low. Jovic has to fire up the 3. Well, they get 3 from it, but it wasn't the cleanest offense from the Gladiators. Nice finish from Ramsey. He'll go to the line for a bonus one. 8 off the back of 5 unanswered points here. Buttrick knocks down the 3. They needed that. Ramsey with the rebound. Ramsey, oh, he's almost slipped out of his hands. Here he is, Adekoya, with a great assist to the finger roll of Kipper Nichols. This is Baldwin's first action of the season underneath, and he's able to lay it in. Stewart. Michael Rock, spinning, strong, nice finish. Jovicic is going to try and get one last score on the board, and he will knock down a three. Just dribbled out, and Sheffield Sharks very happy with life in this new building. 2 games played, 2 comfortable wins.
Just can't get it, but another offensive ball, but just fumbling it. Lions come up with it. Well, look out below. Shover at Lions. Well, we have takeoff. Elvis has left the building.
Mackenzie now looking for Idowu. In fact, he sees a gap and sees some room, and he was fading away and moving away from the basket. Nice save there from McGill. Hustle play, Jordan Johnson, Josh Ward-Hibbert, they need it, and the Newcastle Eagles have it.
Wow, it starts with Ricky McGill. Athletic, emphatic play to keep the ball in bounds, and then Josh Ward-Hibbert runs the floor like all good wings should, confidently knocks it down.
Throwdown, oh my goodness. Caught that with one hand, and Wayne just threw it down hard.
Another pump fake for him. He's got lots of room, Johnson. Oh, Taj Green, hello.
Just followed his point guard and smashed the ball in before anyone else could react.
Jordan Johnson gets in, puts the kernel in the pot. Taj Green, kaboom! Jaron Holmes, one-on-one with Defoe and swiped away by Taj Green. Now they're pushing forward. McGill! Oh, what a block! Caleb Asprey, lock and key.
This is a basket-saving block. Asbury comes across clean as you like. Let's take this thing higher, higher than you ever been. Stand tall like Everest. I mean higher. You ain't gotta settle in. Go places they never been. We go higher, non-stop. Take it to the top, even when the ball drops. My man.
Welcome back, Basel fans. Second half of action about to get underway here between the London Lions and the Newcastle Eagles. Well, again, it's been exciting stuff here. These two teams locked in at 52 apiece. And, well, here are some of the results that we've seen last week from the British Basketball League. Caledonia winning at home but losing on the road to the Sheffield Sharks on Sunday. A good win for the Leicester Riders at home against Surrey, but then they fell short on the road against the Giants. London Lions now playing their second game as they had an emphatic victory against the Cheshire Phoenix. The Phoenix, of course, taking care of business yesterday. But, you know, Graham, at the moment, this is anybody's game here between the Eagles and the Lions.
Yeah, Newcastle Eagles came out really strong, and they've kept that momentum right up until the final seconds of that second quarter. They're all tied at 52. It's fantastic effort by the Eagles. All their players, everyone that stepped on court has been outstanding.
Of course, the Eagles have been very much inspired from their quick backcourt of Ricky McGill, Larry Osser Jr., and Johnson. But, you know, coming into the second half, it's going to be a question, can they maintain that excellence for 2 more quarters? I mean, nobody's won against the Lions this season, yet alone here at the Copper Box.
Yeah, it's going to be a big ask, but if they can just manage their minutes the best they can, and they've just got to keep going. They haven't played for 6 days. This is their only game of the weekend. Lions have, as we said earlier, they played Eurocup, and this is their second game of the weekend, having beaten Cheshire on Friday evening comfortably by 19. So let Newcastle Eagles just got to keep their head down, keep pushing, keep asking questions of the Lions.
Lions will get the first possession Eagles probably just need a little bit more from their post players. Obviously, Defoe coming in, playing some good minutes, but as we mentioned, they could just try to get Delpesh into the game. Could probably give them a little bit more of a balance in their offense, but at the moment, Lions with a chance to take the lead. Well, Morgan trying to set the screen, trying to get a post up here for Olasheni. Got it by Delpesh. This is going to be an offensive foul. Good defense by Delpesh.
Yeah, that's really brave. Olasheni in deep, under the hoop. He gets the post up, backs him down, and then turns into him. He's in great position, feet wide, good base. Delpesh takes the charge.
Interesting there because, my first thought was he inside the restricted zone? But at that point, it wouldn't have mattered because Delpesh was the primary defender. Well, the Eagles currently have their quick backcourt three of Austin Jr., Johnson, McGill. And going with a big lineup, of course, with Defoe. Well, no, actually, Defoe is not on the floor. It's actually Taj Green nailing it. Delpesh currently on the floor for Darius Defoe.
Yeah, Taj Green catches the ball with his back to the basket, mid-range, just turns around and drains it. He's having a top game tonight.
Well, going for another three in the corner, make it a 4-point play. Foul is on Green as Dante Grantham will go to the charity stripe.
Tough matchup for Taj Green. He's just made a nice play, then he's closing out. He's just overextended. Grantham can shoot it over the top of him. Nice play from Dante Grantham.
Well, predominantly plays as a small forward, a kind of player that if they need to go to a small lineup can play power forward for the Lions, but again, one of those players, if he can't get a few looks on the perimeter, can definitely boost the confidence in his game. Converts the 4-point play. Lions now with a 2-point lead. Well, just having a slight issue with the shot clock, and the officials just making sure the time has gone down to the right level. Well, interesting. Speaking to the fans watching this game at the moment, 64% of the fans have said the Lions will win. Well, I know that 35% of those votes definitely came from the North in the tune, of course.
Yeah, and Steve Cutts and the table officials just sorting out the time, Stephen, one of our leading officials from Hertfordshire. And there's one of the leading coaches, and Peter Bozic. What do you think he's made, Josh,
21 seconds on the shot.
of the British Basketball League so far?
I think for him, of course, it's a wonderful opportunity coming from the G League. But as we mentioned, a coach spending the last few seasons in the NBA G League, definitely learning a lot. Yeah, but he comes from a high pedigree. Worked with Partizan as both a player, assistant, and head coach. But at the moment, his team need to defend. The Eagles is Green looking for a post-up. Trying to isolate, goes in with a tough jumper. But again, Taj Green getting 2 field goals early on. He can't believe it, maybe.
Yeah, he's just playing in a great rhythm, not thinking too much about his offense. Great job by Taj Green.
Morgan going pick and roll, simple dump down. Beautiful play there. Well, they went for a little pick and pop and a slight bounce pass, but again, look how quickly, Graham, the Eagles trying to get the ball up the floor. Johnson's pick and roll with Delpesh. Good help side defense by Solowade. Lions looking extended, but Green comes out with it. Well, look out below, ladies and gentlemen. The green light has flashed again.
Yeah, the human highlight reel. He is on fire, Green. Great defense and anticipation there. And he's just doing it all for Newcastle Eagles to keep them close.
Well, the Eagles, the momentum in this game has been getting the ball up the court very quickly, whether they miss or make. Look how quickly this team tries to push the tempo. Something we haven't seen so far in the last few games. But again, it comes down to having such a quick backcourt. Johnson trying to split the defense down. Kicks out. McGill had the 3-point, didn't go for it. But draws into traffic, no foul called. Lions can retake the lead. Morgan gets his pocket pick, but a foul is going to be called against Johnson.
Yeah, again, he had the shot on the outside. McGill chose to drive. Good help defense from Lions. And then the foul had to be made because Matt Morgan was off to the races.
Third personal foul on number 11, Johnson.
Well, the depth of these two teams, of course, in favor of the Lions. So one thing the Eagles have to make sure they don't get into foul trouble. Granted, pump fakes. Still keeps alive, but goes up and throws it down with 2 hands.
He's becoming a problem for Newcastle Eagles. fumbles it initially, but he can elevate and still finish with a strong dunk.
Well, there's another pick and roll, and Delpesh taking no prisoners. And a good response there from the Eagles.
That's outstanding play, pick and roll down the runway and crushes it with one hand, Delpesh.
Well, positive sign for the Eagles. Finding weaknesses in the Lions defense with the pick and roll action. And again, they come up with a stop. Newcastle can push this one, and a foul is going to be called. Or I was wondering if they were going to call an out-of-bounds violation, but Dante Grantham, oh, again, this is what you call simple textbook pick and roll basketball. Johnson coming off, sweet little bounce pass, and good night to the tune.
Yeah, great spacing, which made it really difficult for London Lions to be able to defend that. Nice little hesitation on the dribble and then just one-handed pass, perfect.
Eagles looking to retake the lead. Austin Jr. off the back door, and again he misses a wide open layup. Oh, again, another good defense. Gabe Olasheni a little bit too deep on the seal-off. Taj Green now goes up, and they're going to call the foul there against Tarek Phillip for the swipe. I think he wants a coach's challenge.
Again, no pressure being put on London Lions by the transition speed of Newcastle Eagles, and Taj Green, he can play pretty much all the positions from 3 up, and he just runs the floor and puts so much pressure on Tarek Phillip, forcing him to foul.
Well, the Eagles have missed 3 free throws here this evening. Taj Green makes the first one. Again, the tempo of this game going back and forth. That's the 7th free throw tonight for the Newcastle Eagles. Makes them both.
Yeah, Green way above his average, but they needed to be playing above their regular stats to have any chance against this Lions team.
Well, Morgan gets a hit. They're going to call a traveling violation. I think Matt Morgan, I think he's going to get a technical foul, yeah. So Morgan's going to get a technical foul for throwing the ball, but yeah, I'd have to see the replay, but I think Morgan did get hit in the face, and I think that's a react. Let's have a look here. But yeah. I mean, it's not an immediate action from Larry Austin Jr., it's just he's gone into it, but that should be a foul.
He's fighting over the top of the screen and his hands are out and he does make contact, so the call's going Newcastle Eagles' way.
Whitfield steps up to make the technical free throw. Eagles will get the ball back because the traveling violation was called. So had Lions still had the possession when the technical was called, it would be Lions ball, but well, Newcastle's biggest lead of the game was 8 points. At the moment, they could potentially go up by 5, maybe 6 points if they go for a 3-pointer. And another foul is going to be called against Matt Morgan. That's the 15th foul. Well, they've called an unsportsmanlike foul, so well, I don't think this one was on Matt Morgan. So Tarek Phillip is going to get called for an unsportsmanlike.
London Lions losing their discipline here. Didn't quite see exactly what Tarek Phillip did, but they're being challenged. They're down 3. They're not used to being in this position, and Newcastle Eagles just keep coming, keep coming. They're right in their faces, and we're going to see what the character is of this London Lions team, and the discipline as well, Josh.
So it looks like there's going to be, so London aren't in the penalty, so it's going to be 2 free throws for the Eagles, and they're going to get the ball back. Because I thought previously that the Lions had committed their 15th foul, but no, I was right. Yeah, so it was team fouls, 15 foul. So Lions potentially could be getting 4 free throws here.
Yeah, this is big. Matt Morgan having to sit.
Well, Newcastle gifted at the moment, but Whitfield's got to make all of these. Again, there's a little mental test here for the London Lions. Collectively, they have to exemplify their championship DNA, but Whitfield will take 2 more free throws. Remember, Lions will get the ball back because Lions have been put themselves in the penalty, or put the Eagles in the penalty, but then they committed the unsportsmanlike foul, which is given 2 more free throws and the possession back.
Yeah, and they're just draining these free throws as well, Eagles. Doing a super job.
What's crazy coming into this game as well. In the 5 games that Newcastle Eagles have played in the British Basketball League, they've only been averaging 74.8 points per game. And at the moment,
So just to confirm, 4 free throws because there was 2 fouls in total.
the officials now just having a review of this. This is where officials now need to decide, because, you know, what I've never seen in professional basketball is a foul called when you're in the penalty, and then an unsportsmanlike foul called right after. I've never seen that before.
This free throw will be a sideline possession.
But, you know, as it stands, the personal foul and the penalty, the unsportsmanlike, 4 free throws, and to get the ball back. So Whitfield steps up and makes them all.
That's just massive. 7-point lead now for Newcastle Eagles.
Their biggest lead tonight has been 8 points. They could go over that if they get something here. Eagles building confidence on every possession. Whitfield down, pulls up, Hail Mary 3, big time shot. Now it's a 10-point ball game. Eagles, they are soaring, Graham.
Yeah, they've got to start believing now. Their players, their fans.
Oh, big block by Whitfield, comes up with it. They can extend this. McGill foul, McGill turns it over. The bounce pass was telegraphed. But now they go up here to Nelson, who pump fakes. Grantham made 1-3. Can he make another one? And he gets it to roll in. And amazing how a 12-point ball game has now been, well, a potential 12-point has been cut down to a 7-point ball game.
Yeah, that's a big 3 for London Lions in transition. Grantham getting the shooter's roll.
Under 5.5. Whitfield made his last one. Oh, it was on target, but couldn't get it. Well, Grantham made his last one, pick and pop, and he slices the double-digit lead down to a 2-possession game.
Yeah, last time Grantham was in the corner. Taj Green overextended and committed the foul. This time he had his hands up but couldn't get close enough. Nice 3 from Grantham.
Well, again, Eagles have to maintain the focus here. Whitfield goes for the mid-range. Again, he's missed his last 2 shots. Lions, Grantham, right now he's on fire, finds Luke Nelson. Why not go for a 3rd one? Doesn't get it. Eagles survive that offense. McGill going pick and roll here. Delpesh not rolling in time. Green trying to isolate. Throws a tough one to Ricky McGill. Well, you got to get something going. Delpesh has got to shoot this one. Takes off the dribble. That's going to be a, well, no, hit the basket. Well, no, the shot clock violation has been called, but Basel fans, 4:18, we're going to take a short break, and we'll be back momentarily.
You put the work in, everyone knows you deserve it. They must be blind like curtains, certain anything you got, you've earned it. Sky's the limit, it's reachable. Just jump high, it's achievable. Can't stop me, I'm unbeatable. I'm unbeatable, I'm unbeatable.
I am unbeatable. Couple minutes, gotta score. Every time they wanna clash, the winner's kicking through the door. I am unbeatable. Chances running out of stop, and we're running out the clock. I fail once, never stop. I am unbeatable. I am unbeatable. I am unbeatable, yeah. I am unbeatable. I am unbeatable, yeah. I am unbeatable. I am unbeatable, yeah. I am unbeatable.
Let's take this thing higher, higher than you ever been. Stand tall like Everest. I mean higher. You ain't gotta settle in. Go places they never been. We go higher, non-stop. Take it to the top, even when the ball drops. My man.
Well, Peta Bosic currently at the moment seeing his team go down by as many as 10 points. You know, it's nothing new, of course. Manchester Giants, they came here on the road and played very close up until the final moment. So teams will be watching this, taking a bit of confidence, knowing that when you come to the Copper Box, if you're on your game plan, you definitely can compete against the defending champions. Sharma looking for a handoff. Well, too much time in for Luke Nelson. McGill. Grantham kicks out. This is good passing. Solowati splits with a Euro step. Sandy in the corner, can't get it. Eagles can push this, but again, they turn it right back over.
That's good D by London Lions. Dangerous sideways pass in transition. Push the ball ahead if you can on transition.
A nice little pick and roll sequence, finding Sandy, and again, Sharma probably should have gone up with that one. McGill keeping him off the ball, but again, Newcastle have numbers. Ward Hibbett's made 2 threes. Can't get this one, but a weak side rebound. Collected by Whitfield. Well, Newcastle currently have McGill, Delpesh, Ward Hibbett, Larry Austin Jr. What a pass in the lane. Get in the and one. And Delpesh will go to the free throw line for the three-point play.
Yeah, looking slightly ungainly, but what a brave pass in traffic. It's the killer bounce pass. Catches it, takes off on the right foot, falling out of bounds. And in amongst Sharma, Sandy, still gets it to go. That's great basketball, really brave offense.
Well, basketball fans watching us live on the British Basketball League YouTube, please let us know in the votes who is your player of the game. And also, please like this live stream and subscribe to the British Basketball League on YouTube and all other social media platforms. Delpesh unable to convert the three-point play. The Lions have Nelson, Tariq Phillip, Josh Sharma, Bradley Caboza, and Kieran Sandy on the floor. Time winding down here. Nelson throwing it away. Sandy went for the backdoor, but Nelson thought he was going to stay in the corner.
Yeah, frustration for Luke Nelson. Little look away action there for Luke. He was going to kick it out into the corner, but Sandy had already gone backdoor for the power move to the hoop.
Well, another chance for the Eagles to extend their lead again. Johnson back into the game. Backdoor play finds Ward Hibbett, gets blocked. Whitfield pump fakes, made 1 3, but he can't get this one. Lions need a bit of belief in their offense. Phillip, he tries his luck from downtown. Still can't get it. Well, Kieran Sandy just going in for the weak side, getting the offensive board. Sharma's got to post up here. Time winding down. Good defense by Delpesh. Sharma unable, but the Eagles can push this yet again. Delpesh goes in, doesn't finish, gets his own rebound. The putback no good, and neither team able to get anything going in the last few possessions. Well, they find Caboza in the corner. He pump fakes, he lets it fly. But just can't get it. And Eagles again coming up with a loose ball. Scrappy play from these two teams, Graham. Oh, Johnson hanging there. I thought he was going to dunk that one. Question is, he got the and-one, yeah. He's going to the free throw line.
Yeah, that was a crazy minute or so of no team being able to score, and then at 5'10", Jordan Johnson gets all the way to the bucket, drops it over the top. No reaction from the defense of London Lions. And Newcastle Eagles in control of this ball game.
Well, no and-one, sorry, the foul wasn't called. My apologies, I had that one incorrect. An 8-point lead to Newcastle. Lions just need something to give their offense. Phillip with the penetration. Again, the good help side defense by Darius Defoe. Oh, what a pass. Find Ward Hibbett, and now it's back to a 10-point ball game. And Graham, every time Newcastle plays quick in tempo, they are punishing the London Lions.
Great running of the floor by Josh Ward Hibbett, London Lions player last season. He just ran so hard. He's got great hands, heads up play from Johnson. Turn, finish before Sharma can block the shot. Great play from Newcastle Eagles.
Well, the former London Lion getting himself in transition. You know, this has been a big improvement in their game because, you know, a new team put together, a team of very talented players, have to figure out how to play with each other, also have to figure out the mental, physical anxiety and, you know, endurance of playing in Europe as well. But now you can see when this team plays quickly, they're causing all teams all sorts of problems.
Yeah, both teams 24 points each in the paint. Fast break points, 10 points for Mark Stoodle's team. Coach Bosnich with all the issues here. Let's listen in.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to catch all the highlights of the British Basketball League, you can do so on the official platform on YouTube, the British Basketball League YouTube, and also you can get the amazing content brought to you by Inside the Paint. It's all brought to you by the British Basketball League. If you are watching us live on YouTube, please, again, take part in who you think is the player of the game vote. Also, please like this live stream, and again, subscribe to British Basketball League on YouTube. We get the best highlights and see Inside the Paints.
Great to see the families out watching on a Monday night. The kids realise they're on camera, and this is what we're trying to really build here in the British Basketball League, that we're going to get big fan bases. We know we've got a big fan base at Newcastle for the Sirius Group Newcastle Eagles, but London Lions are building and building something special down here at the Copper Box as well.
Well, there's plenty of time in this game. There's definitely another quarter to play, but, you know, Lions are without Jordan Taylor tonight.
And Decker's minutes have gone down as well in this second half. He hasn't reappeared yet.
Nonetheless, though, whatever happens in this game, the Eagles will take a lot of inspiration from this performance. Phillip coming off another screen. Nowhere to go here. Caboza looking for a penetration. Caboza turns it over. The Lions get numbers back. Again, you can probably anticipate all the fans back in Newcastle. That was the 14th turnover for the Lions. There's a kick out. Larry Austin, three in the corner, doesn't get it. Not renowned for his perimeter shooting, but he'll have to take that one at some point. Well, Bradley Caboza left wide open. Tries another one. This one's way off the mark, but a foul is going to be called on the ground. That's the fourth and final team foul for the Eagles to give before sending the Lions to the free throw line.
Yeah, the last couple of possessions, Caboza turned it over because he didn't take the three. That time he had to take it on the weak side. He did airball it, but London Lions, fortunate, they retain possession.
Nelson going for a step back, draws the contact. He'll go to the free throw line. The foul is on Larry Austin Jr.
A smart play from Luke Nelson. Feels the contact, able to hang in the air, throw the ball up towards the hoop.
Well, disappointing for the Newcastle Eagles because they would love to definitely go into the fourth quarter with a double-digit lead. Well, Nelson does miss the free throw, but the good thing for them is shot clock will be turned off. If they get the ball back, they can go for the final possession of the third quarter. Makes a second one. 9-point deficit. Eagles still ahead. Well, they're going to have to try and go to a pick-and-roll sequence of something. Defoe's going to have to come up and set the ball screen. Well, here comes Darius. 7 seconds. Pick-and-roll with Johnson. Johnson looking to attack. Finds Austin Jr. Goes up. Again, smart play by the Eagles because now Larry Austin Jr. will go to the free throw line.
Yeah, just 2.4 seconds remaining. Nice head fake by Larry Austin Jr. But the key there was Johnson was able to get all the way into the key, deep into the key. Passes it around Sharma. Nice head fake, drawing the foul from Sandy from Larry Austin Jr.
So I just wonder, Sandy came over for the help side. If Sandy stays on the ground, because, you know, Sharma's already up in the air with him, probably could have come up with a steal there, but because he's jumped up in the air, that's what's left to Larry Austin Jr. being wide open. But again, a sublime pass coming from Johnson.
Sandy and Sharma, they have the height differential. They have all the advantages. Just stand there, put your hands up, just crowd the space a little bit that Austin Jr. is in.
2.4 now. GB General forces one up and it hits the backboard. At the end of the third quarter, the Newcastle Eagles have a 10-point lead. We're going to take a break and we'll be back momentarily.
just threw it down hard.
Another pump fake for him. He's got lots of room, Johnson. Oh, Taj Green! Hello!
He just followed his point guard and smashed the ball in before anyone else could react.
Jordan Johnson gets in, puts the kernel in the pot. Taj Green, kaboom! Jaron Holmes, one-on-one with Defoe and swiped away by Taj Green. Now they're pushing forward. McGill! Oh, what a block! Caleb Asprey, lock and key.
This is a basket-saving block. Asbury comes across clean as you like off the backboard. Let's take this thing higher, higher than you ever been. Stand tall like Everest. I mean higher. You ain't gotta settle in. Go places they never been. We go higher, no stop. Take it to the top, even when the ball drops. My man.
Well, he for sure didn't expect this to be this close, if anything, to be leading by 10 points. 1 quarter to go here. Newcastle Eagles with a double-digit lead in the first possession of the fourth. Well, there you can see the foul trouble at the moment. Johnson Austin Jr. currently in significant foul trouble for the Newcastle Eagles, so they have to be very careful.
Yeah, they may go to a zone again just to see how that plays out, just to take away the man-to-man defense option.
Final seconds now. Defoe, end of the shot clock. Got it! That is a big shot by the veteran player.
Everybody stepping up for the Eagles. Defoe, the latest. Great move on the fadeaway jump shot.
Well, Olasheni doesn't take many three-pointers. And they've gone with a big lineup of both Josh Sharma and Gabe Olasheni. Morgan goes back door. No foul calls. Eagles building your confidence every possession. Johnson now, a bit of magic here. Comes off the ball screen, looks for the penetration, goes up, and Olasheni, Solowade with the rejection there. Great defense by Mo Solowade.
He really just wouldn't let Johnson get any daylight there. Big block. With Sharma coming over to help as well.
Oh, it's a big heart there from Mo Solowade. Great recovery. Johnson's got to be careful. Did give a bit of a push-off. Green's got to get something going now. Green nowhere to go. Puts up a tough one. Can't get it, but an offensive rebound by Ward Hibbett. Ward Hibbett now looking for penetration. Going baseline. Nowhere to go. Puts up a circus shot. Still can't get it. The Lions come up with a rebound. Morgan looking to attack, but Darius Defoe just being the solid insurance policy there for the Newcastle's help side defense. And great anticipation by Larry Austin Jr. Now they have numbers. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Larry Austin Jr. is going to go himself, and I think we were both waiting for the lob. And again, why I man, that fan just said.
Yeah, they're loving it, the Newcastle Eagles fans. At the moment, they're running away with it here at the Copper Box. No other team has done this or been able to maintain this sort of pressure on the London Lions, and that's great to see the travelling fans enjoying the success of the Newcastle Eagles.
You know, interesting, that's actually a very intelligent play there by Larry Austin Jr. because you know Mo Solowade, a 2-on-1 defense scenario, knows at some point the lob is going to be given to Green, but you can just see he kind of fakes it at the last minute and goes himself. So a very intelligent decision by Larry Austin Jr. Solowade looking for a post-up here against Defoe. That's a foul give. Well, Green's called for an offensive foul, but then you can see Mark Studel saying to him, hey, get into the help side, don't reach.
Again, Olasheni, such a difficult matchup for any team. And Delpesh commits the foul. But that other play, the 2-on-1 you're talking about, Josh, that just typifies how Newcastle have been playing all game, thinking really clearly and making the right decisions time and time again.
Well, right now the London Lions trailing by 13. The free throw has been made by Gabe Olasheni. Arguably, I've had this conversation with so many coaches at FIBA Eurobaskets and World Cups. Gabe Olasheni, in my mind, was probably one of the best centers in the FIBA Eurobasket qualifiers for Great Britain. For all the centers that matter.
Yeah, he's a top player.
Ward Hibbett going baseline, looking for a kick out. Well, the mismatch, Green getting it under the basket. Pump fakes, got to go up with it. And he doesn't get the and one, but that would have been monumental for the Eagles.
It's a good pass. Double teamed in the post there, Green. Good hands, soft hands. It's Ward Hibbett again. Smart play right over Soliado. And then he up fakes on Olasheni. And we talked about leaving your feet as a big. That's what Olasheni did, but it was because of the great timing on the up fake in the post by Taj Green.
Well, it's also down credit to the Newcastle Eagles, especially Josh Ward Hibbett, identifying that it was Mo Solowati defending Taj Green, the mismatch, and just throwing the high lob, because had that been Sharma or Gabe Olasheni, you're not going to throw that lob past one bit. Well, makes them both, restoring the 14-point cushion. Eagles players and their traveling fans. Again, this would be monumental for them. Well, here's what's been going well for them. Olasheni in the post, can't finish. Again, is this big lineup, Graham, going to be a problem for the London Lions? Two centers on the floor at the moment. Johnson pump fakes. Johnson again attacks, bit of contact, goes up, gets his own rebound. Another pump fake, but again can't get it.
Great hustle though by Johnson.
Well, that's much better for Matt Morgan, because you can see nothing working for them in the half court. If you get it in the open court, just push the tempo up. And again, he rewards himself with 2 free throws.
And Matt Morgan in the open floor, he's as quick as any guard in the league. We know he's great from behind the arc, one of the leaders in three-point percentage, but once he's going downhill, almost impossible to stop. He's had his issues though in this game, Josh.
Keeping it more safe. The Chiefs to compete. 2 shots to come now for Morgan.
Well, Graham, interestingly enough, right now, the only points coming from the Lions have been from the free throw line. Credit to Newcastle's defense. They've hung in there.
Yeah, the high scoring team, and they're limiting London Lions to just 1 shot. Getting in there, getting defensive rebounds. Morgan with an uncharacteristic miss. He's over 90% from the free throw line.
Still a 14-point ball game. Eagles build with confidence. Johnson again, very aggressive. Well, Green just threw a very poor backdoor play. Almost came up with a steal, but yeah, we all know what a great player Taj Green is, but those kind of mistakes right there, you know, you have a 14-point lead. You see how quickly Lions can come back in any game. You have to make every possession count. And it was a telegraph pass.
Yeah, I think on that backdoor play, you just got to start to dribble towards the player you're going to pass to. Then the defense steps up, creates the separation. Then you've got that space to make the bounce pass. It's a good intention, but they just didn't quite get the timing right on it. But then he calls straight back, nearly got the steal. It's interesting, Sam Dekker, I'm not sure if he's going to be able to come back into the game.
Well, they have a big game this week against Prometey in the Eurocup. They definitely have to monitor his return. They don't want to rush anything too quickly. Solowati, again, they go down to Gabe Olasheni. There you go, getting something from the field. The timeout's going to be called by Mark Studel. 6:36, his team holding on to a 12-point lead. And Graham, it really is going to be Operation Hold On here for the Newcastle Eagles.
Yeah, they've got to keep playing aggressive basketball, but again, it's Luke Nelson making that pass in midair. Good spacing, Olasheni right under the basket. No defense anywhere near him. Good job by London Lions.
Okay, you know, very interesting point in the game, because his team, for many times in the last few games, they've been on the back foot. You know, what do you think will be the message to his players right now?
Well, let's be smart. Let's keep playing aggressively, keep putting pressure on London Lions. What I've really liked about Newcastle Eagles tonight is they've pushed the ball, which we've talked about, but it's been under control. Very little has been out of control where they've just thrown the ball ahead, hoping it's going to get there. They've been superb, and they've got London Lions on the back foot. Dekker's not been able to play the minutes maybe they hoped, and London Lions are looking for a saviour here. But Newcastle Eagles, keep rolling, keep pushing, keep believing.
Well, interesting, 3 seasons ago when we were still in the midst of the global pandemic and the British Basketball League came back without any fans, the first game of that season was between the London Lions and Newcastle Eagles on this floor. That went to overtime. It was a 3-pointer that took it to OT, and the Eagles did lead with the victory. And you know, from that season on, Newcastle were almost like a bogey team for the London Lions. But they haven't defeated London Lions since 2021 in December, and that was at the Vertu Arena, excuse me. Again, this would be monumental, not only for the Newcastle Eagles, but also for other teams to see that come into the Copper Box. But the London Lions are beatable, of course. Under 6.5. Delpesh back in the lineup. Johnson going for the penetration. A little teardrop, can't get it. Olaseni with a rebound. Plenty of time here for the Lions. No need to rush anything, just need to get a good offense. Well, Morgan made 5 in the first half, and again he gets it going. Make it number 6.
So many ways to hurt you. This time off the pick and roll with Olaseni, just elevates, nothing but net.
In that case, you really, even if you chase around the ball screen, he elevates so high that if you make any contact, you would be sending him to the free throw line for 3 shots. Ward Hibbert now trying to isolate. Tough one, doesn't get it, but that's not part of his game that we've seen. Well, another 3-pointer, can they make it count again? Now they do, and all of a sudden the 14-point lead has been cut down. At the moment, it's a 6-point ball game. That's how quickly, Graham, Lions are on an 8-0 run. They could chip into your lead.
Yeah, great recognition from Luke Nelson. Catch and shoot again, nothing but net.
The Eagles need some composure. Well, McGill's going to get called for the offensive foul. You can see at the moment, Newcastle choking under intense pressure. Ricky McGill, I think he knows he made the mistake as well.
That's incredible defense by Matt Morgan, because he almost was in the landing space of McGill, but the referees called it London Lions way. They've come out of this timeout and they are a different team. They are believing, they're being forceful, and all their big players are stepping up.
Lions need another bucket. Eagles need a stop. Back-to-back threes. Morgan going for a Hail Mary 3-pointer. You can't blame him for taking the 8-0 run, the confidence, but again, the Eagles just surviving that.
Yeah, heat check from Morgan there. That was a long, long way out off the dribble.
Well, McGill getting rejected. They're throwing it right back away. Johnson pump fakes. Can he get another one? The 3 is up, and it rolls its way in and out. London again trying to push the tempo. Well, Grantham, he'll go for 3. Can't get it. Gabe Olaseni felt that he was impeded on the box out, but ladies and gentlemen, it's currently a 6-point ball game with 4:32 to go here in the game. The referee's just trying to calm things down here on the floor between these two teams, but we are going to take a short break as we will be back momentarily.
Everyone knows you deserve it. They must be blind like curtains, certain. Anything you got, you've earned it. Sky is the limit, it's reachable. Just jump high, it's achievable. Can't stop me, I'm unbeatable. I'm unbeatable. I'm unbeatable.
I'm unbeatable. Couple minutes, gotta score. Every time they wanna clash, the winner's kicking through the door. I am unbeatable. Chances running out of stop, and we're running out the clock. I fail once, never stop. I am unbeatable. I am unbeatable. I am unbeatable, yeah. I am unbeatable. I am unbeatable, yeah. I am unbeatable. I am unbeatable, yeah. I am unbeatable.
Let's take this thing higher, higher than you ever been. Stand tall like Everest. I mean higher. You ain't gotta settle in. Go places they never been. We go higher, non-stop. Take it to the top, even when the ball drops. My man.
Well, again, he cannot believe that his team are in such a good position. They've led by 14 here in the fourth, but now it is a 6-point ball game. With 4:30 to go, McGill hesitates, goes off the backboard, and the follow-up by Taj Green. That's a much-needed points there for the Newcastle Eagles.
Yeah, Taj Green taking advantage of the help coming off him. And now the steal as well.
Well, great hustle by Mo Solowati. Good recovery. Morgan left wide open. 6 threes. Make it 7. Morgan splashing in and cutting it down to a 5-point ball game.
He is just money in the bank from 3. And this time in transition off broken play. Just beautiful look there on the camera angle as well. Just seeing it hit the bottom of the net, Josh.
But it's all down to Mo Solowati. Solowati's hustle that prevented the turnover. Larry also, he made a great penetration, but Graham, he's got to finish that one.
Absolutely, with his wee can, but he's got to finish.
Another 3 in the corner. Morgan, it's made 7. Can he make it 8? Oh, baby! This guy has come ready to play.
Yeah, Ivy League second all-time leading scorer. You can see exactly why. High-pressure moments delivers time and time again, Matt Morgan.
Well, it was a 14-point ball game, and all of a sudden the Lions back in this. Delpesh, top of the key, takes this one, doesn't get it. And again, if those are the shots that Newcastle are going to take here, they're going to have to really dig deep on defense. Well, Morgan's made 8 3-pointers. You got to go back to him, surely. Morgan thinks about it. Olasheni, well, it's got to be a traveling violation, surely. But again, good help side defense from Ricky McGill.
Yeah, they just did enough. They took the 3-point option away from Matt Munro. They'd worked that out pretty sharpish. Ward Hibbett getting in Matt Morgan's face, and Olasheni just went up, came down, still had the ball.
Again, it was excellently timed by Ricky McGill because he just comes over at the right time. It doesn't fully reach, but what that did was it mentally put Gabe Olasheni off the committed to travel. So again, intelligent play by Ricky McGill. And he was outside the restricted zone too.
Yeah, sometimes you just got to get in the eye.
Oh no, they've called the foul. So no, sorry, they've changed it. There was a foul called. So my apologies to the viewers.
That's a big call. That's a big call.
Olasheni makes the free throw.
And you called it, Josh, when they were 14 up, Newcastle. It was timeout. London Lions can come back in a hurry. And look what's happened. It's played out exactly that way.
Also the fact you think 5 3-pointers in the first half by Matt Morgan and 3 crucial ones all here in the fourth quarter. I mean, that has been a huge turnaround for them. But at the moment, I think we're going to have another timeout. But Mark Studel, this is where character has to be built with this team, because now they really have to dig deep. The storm has come. The question is going to be for the Newcastle Eagles, can they ride it effectively and leave with the victory? I think a substitution's been made, actually. No timeout. The big possession coming up for the Newcastle Eagles. That's going to be the 3rd team foul against the London Lions. Graham, one thing that's going to be a little bit concerning, you saw the penetration made by Larry Austin Jr. on the previous offense. You can't miss those. You got to make those.
Yeah, and when they were in their flow and building their lead, those shots were all going in, and he's got to take that opportunity and make it next time it presents itself.
Well, McGill penetrates, bit of contact, a strong move by Ricky McGill. And again, that's the character we talk about.
Yeah, love Ricky McGill. Good attack of the space. Makes the layup off the glass.
Morgan tries to go backdoor. Larry Austin Jr. just defending. Dante Graham, a silly foul to give away by Taj Green. Well, again, credit to Dante Green. Loses him, curling off the screen and getting the 3-point, but you can't foul someone shooting a 3-pointer.
Yeah, that's 3 occasions. Grantham's made one when he hasn't got out to him, and then twice he's fouled him, and that is just clumsy. So unfortunate for Taj Green, because he's been outstanding. But you just got to close out, get your hand up the best you can. If the guy makes it in your face, you just put your hand up and then get down the other end for your offense.
Well, you could see the disappointment from Johnson looking at it and say, what are you doing? We're up by 2 points. He's setting into the charity stripe.
Small detail now, Josh. Winning plays, and London Lions have just got used to every game they've played, whether it's been a big win or a close encounter, like it was against Manchester Giants, which we covered last weekend. They managed to get the job done.
Well, misses the free throw, so he won't be able to tie the game up. Well, sorry, won't be able to get in the lead, but his foot was on the line, actually. So it wasn't a three-pointer. So it's a one-point ball game. Eagles still in the lead. You can see now this Newcastle team have come here. They've really competed well at the moment. Physical and mental anxiety, the fatigue, are trying to get over that final line. Del Pesh looking for a handoff. Finds McGill in the corner. Ricky, the three is up again, rolls its way in and out. That would have been big for the Eagles.
Small margins, halfway down the hoop and then spins back out. They've got to keep pushing though, Newcastle.
Grantham with a mismatch, posting up here against Ricky McGill. Almost turns it over. Foul is going to be called. I think they've called this one on, I'm not sure they called this one. Did they call it on Morgan or they called it on Jonathan? No, they've called it on Morgan. Oh no. Well, now they just need to separate the players. A good job by Luke Nelson taking Tariq Phillip away, as well as Larry Austin Jr. It's a close game. You don't want to pick up a technical now.
Yeah, emotions are running really high here. And Newcastle have come in here. The Eagles have come in. They took the game to London Lions. They haven't played all week. They're well rested. Lions have been away, winning in Hamburg. They're winning, they're winning, they're winning. But Newcastle have given London Lions everything they can handle, as we see Dave Griffin and the officials just deciding how they're going to deal with this, because we don't, this has been such a great game, Josh, an absolute highlight, another highlight of the weekend. We don't want this to end up with any players being ejected.
Well, the officials now are sending players to their benches. They're going to review this. 1:52 to go. Well, big decision. Now, remember, if they do call a double technical, it will immediately cancel out, which means we'll go back to the previous play. But I think the refs are going to speak to both coaches now at the moment. So, yeah, the foul was called against Jordan Johnson. So, London will go to the free throw line here for 2 shots.
And Johnson fouls out. That was his 5th, Josh, and that's massive. But he's played a long time with 4 fouls.
A very, very big moment now for Matt Morgan. A man who is, fair to say, he's put on a Stephen Curry-esque performance here from the perimeter tonight. 8 for 10 from the three-point line. It's interesting, he's only made 1 field goal with inside the rainbow, and he's missed 2 free throws, interestingly enough.
Yeah, 0 from 2, and he's 90% from the free throw line coming in to this game. But he is fun to watch. So many different ways to score the basketball from behind, just from behind the arc, just like Stephen Curry. That's a great comparison, Josh.
Well, he's got to make these ones. Oh, he missed it. The pressure just getting to him. Maybe the euphoria of hitting 80% from the perimeter tonight with 8 three-point field goals. He's got to make this one to tie the game up. Again, he does just that. These two teams locked in at 87 apiece with under 2 minutes to go. Remember, Newcastle, 8 minutes into the 4th quarter, were leading by 14. London led by Matt Morgan, found a way to come back. McGill looking to penetrate. McGill puts up a tough one again. Ricky McGill, that's a tough play.
That's just brilliant play. He goes left, finishes with his right, hangs in the air. Great concentration by McGill.
Well, Morgan, they go under the screen, another three-pointer. Are you kidding me? Woo! This guy simply has been unconscious tonight. 9th three-pointer for Matt Morgan.
This is a shooting clinic. Any way you want it, Matt Morgan can deliver. Handoff, makes the 3.
Well, smart play there. Well, Johnson, we thought he fouled out, of course, and he hasn't, but he's going to the free throw line. So the superhero now sending Jordan Johnson to the free throw line for 3 free shots. But Graham, look at this. They chase him around the screen, knows he's behind him, and just knows he's going to get the contact. That's an intelligent play by Jordan Johnson.
A nice change of pace, just invites the contact from Matt Morgan. It was minimal, but it was sufficient because it was affecting his landing area, which the referees have been really hot on. And as you say, Johnson remaining in the game.
These are big, big free throws now for Johnson. Potentially to give them a 2-point lead if he makes all 3. Just gets the shooter's roll. We're all locked in at 90 apiece. Well, I don't think we expected on a Monday night for this one to go right down to the wire, but my goodness gracious, are we in for a show. Another 2 free throws coming up. Makes a second one. 1-point lead to the Eagles. Stoic demeanor coming from Mark Studel, the Great Britain coach.
Yeah, and a proud Geordie, and he must be so proud of this group. They've come down with 8 players, but all 8 have contributed at a high level.
Johnson makes all 3. Eagles back up by 2 points. Just over a minute to go here in the 4th quarter. Phillip with the ball in his hands. 7 on the shot clock. Nelson. Oh, what a dime. Find it. Gabe Olasheni gets fouled, but he'll go to the free throw line. A nice execution between the 2 GB teammates.
Yeah, super effort by Luke Nelson there, attacking the heart of the zone. There was too much space there, and Taj Green had gone to the other side. I'm not sure what Taj was thinking there. He was trying to guard Grantham. And by the time he's got across, it's too late, and Olasheni's up around the hoop trying to throw it down. So good job by the 2 Brits, as you say, Josh. And Taj Green, he has fouled out, and he's been huge tonight for Newcastle Eagles. Are they going to be able to hang on?
Well, he hasn't missed a free throw here this evening. He's 5 for 5 for the charity stripe. London currently 14 for 21. And this is simply why free throws are so imperative for me. Look, they've missed 7 free throws. London don't want to look back on this game and think the outcome could have been different had they made all those free throws. And he makes another one. 92 apiece. McGill with the ball in his hands. Finds Ward Hibbert. They want to put the ball in the hands of Jordan Johnson. Johnson coming up the ball screen. Hangs up in the air. Good defense. Well, they got to go up this one. He's got to shoot it. Time winding down. Takes a tough fadeaway. Hits the rim. London with a chance to win this one. Final moments. 92 apiece. Fasten your seatbelts. Get the oxygen tank ready. It's Matt Morgan time. Well, Morgan looks like he's going to isolate. Got it by Larry Osser Jr. Deep 3-pointer. Almost got it. Grantham puts it up. We are going to overtime. What could have been a moment of superheroism there for both Matt Morgan and Dante Grantham. But, Newcastle Eagles would be very relieved, Greg. They didn't box him out.
Grantham had an extra chance, but Matt Morgan backed himself right smile between the coaching staff, but he's just waiting. He's saying, well, I can shoot the ball from anywhere inside your half. Newcastle Eagles doesn't quite go. Grantham gets the rebound. Ward Hibbert didn't box out, as you say, Josh, and we're going to OT.
Well, the problem for the Newcastle Eagles at the moment, Taj Green has fouled out, so it's got to be very, very interesting. You can see Sam Decker, players all chipping in. But this is a sign of a team with championship. I mean, first of all, credit to the Newcastle Eagles for coming here and playing very well. I mean, London have struggled today, but as we mentioned, down by 14 points with 8 minutes in the 4th quarter. Collectively, they got themselves back in, but a phenomenal shooting night for that man, Matt Morgan.
Yeah, he's been just awesome, and you expected him to make that shot. It was contested off the dribble and just didn't quite go. But Depeche, he's 2 meters 3. He's going to have to be big now in this OT for Newcastle with Taj Green fouled out. Now they're just going to have to do it collectively, as they've done all night. And Johnson has been unreal himself. Don't forget about Newcastle Eagles floor general and leading scorer coming into this game.
Again, he was the one who made that play coming off the ball screen. Identified Morgan was behind him. Went for the shot, knew the contact was coming, and made all 3 free throws. That put them in this position. He has been a phenomenal talent here tonight. Well, Matt Morgan leading all scorers in this game. 9 for 12 from the perimeter, 30 points for Morgan. Johnson for the Newcastle Eagles, he has 20. Johnson has shot 3 for 5 from the perimeter. The next top scorer for the Newcastle Eagles is Taj Green-McGrave. He's on the bench, he's fouled out.
Yeah, they're going to have to adjust the way they play. Are they going to go to zone? But the issue with if they go to a bit of zone and Matt Morgan gets open, he's just going to fire away. He was expecting to make that shot, but don't forget, it's only Senator Bill Bradley that's ahead of him in the Ivy League at college. He was one of Cornell's finest players, and he's just delivering at the highest level for London Lions here.
The urban legend says the team who scores first in overtime usually is the team that wins, and in this case, Lions getting the first 2 points.
Tariq Phillip, London Lions' second top scorer coming into this game at just over 12 points a game. Little leaner, great core strength and concentration for Tariq.
The Eagles need to find ways to score here. Del Pesh looking for a post-up. Larry Austin Jr. penetrates. Again, it's not Del Pesh's shot. If those are the ones the Eagles are going to get, it's going to be a rough OT for them, but they've got to dig deep on defense.
They desperately need a stop here, Josh. Don't want London Lions getting too far away.
Finds Nelson, could be a 5-point ball game. Doesn't get it. McGill having to box out on the weak side against Dante Grantham.
That's a real problem. It's just size, it's genetics. Grantham too big. Great anticipation and the left-hand finish to boot.
Johnson coming off a ball screen, finding Del Pesh. Del Pesh trying to go up, a tough one here. Foul has been called. That's only the 4th team foul against the Lions, so it will be baseline possession to the Eagles. Oh no, excuse me, I was wrong. It's actually team fouls, my apologies, yeah. So it is 2 free throws coming for Larry Austin.
Yeah, the team fouls carry on into OT, so big free throws coming up, everything magnified, but they have got some real issues trying to rebound. Ward Hibbett is a good rebounder, but again, he's 6'5", 6'6" at best, and well, this is huge now. After all this, Matt Morgan, now don't forget he had some discipline issues during the game, and that's just come back to bite him, getting fouled out in OT, but what an unbelievable game from the London Lions marksman.
9 3-point field goals for Morgan. As we mentioned, a phenomenal game from him. Larry Austin Jr. missing the first free throw here for the Newcastle Eagles. Makes the second one, cutting it down to a 3-point deficit. Lions just need to get another field goal. Eagles need a stop here. Lesheni trying to go ball screen with Tariq Phillip. Grantham looking to go baseline, guided by Josh Ward Hibbett. Grantham down the middle, and again, way too easy for Dante Grantham.
Yeah, it's great play by London Lions. They're identifying the mismatches. Grantham starts off in the mid-range and gets all the way to the bucket.
Eagles need something here. We're under 10 here on the shot clock. Johnson nowhere to go. Mo Solowade suffocated defense, but commits the foul. So this is good for Newcastle. Mo Solowade's got to be calmed down here because the foul has been called. Don't want to pick up a technical here. Got to calm down. He's locked up. There's no...
A smart play from Johnson. But what Newcastle don't want to do now is just go into one-on-one, dribble, 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 and then just throw up a Hail Mary. They've got to try and keep sharing the basketball, and then they can make quick moves off the dribble if needed.
Well, Johnson stepping up and making the first one. Again, you can definitely argue this man is the reason they've been competitive in this game, but also the reason why they got into overtime with that big possession he had going to the free throw line for 3 shots and makes his last 5 free throws. They still trail by 3 points. Lions with Mo Solowade, Nelson, Phillip in the backcourt. Phillip takes a mid-range, tough one, doesn't get it. The foul's gonna be called against London. Yeah, so Ricky McGill's gonna go to the free throw line. Foul is on Gabe Olesheni.
Olesheni's got to be careful himself. He's frustrated. He's 7 foot, is there, or 6'11". Is there any need for him to push? There was a little bit of an extended elbow, but the guard has gone down pretty easy, McGill. If that was me in Olesheni's shoes there and that had happened and the guard had gone down, I wouldn't be too happy either.
Again, they got to make the free throws here. Newcastle collectively taken a total 26 free throws here tonight. Missing 6. Make this one and cut it down to a 1-point ball game. McGill makes them both. Eagles not going anywhere soon.
Yeah, super resilience being shown by this Eagles team throughout the whole matchup.
Lions need composure. Olasheni looking to take on, again, Olasheni. Gone straight to the bucket, way too easy.
Yeah, quick attack, protects the ball, doesn't elevate above the hoop for the dunk, just a traditional right-hand layup.
Johnson off balance, can't get this one. Comes up with a loose ball. Back out to Jordan Johnson, pump fakes. Eurostep in the lane, again, going nowhere.
Great defense from Olasheni. Johnson could just throw it up over his hand, didn't get anywhere near the hoop.
Grantham almost turning it over. Posting up against Josh Ward-Hibbert, clear mismatch. Finds Olasheni, goes up, doesn't get the ad one, but he will go to the free throw line, and he hasn't missed from the charity stripe this evening.
And get the ball again into Grantham. He just looks, he can't get his own shot. He's in midair, so he's able to offload the ball. And it finds Olasheni, he's at the free throw line.
Morgan watching on after fouling out, but at the moment, Olasheni with a chance to make this a 2-possession game with 2:10 to go here at the Copper Box.
Such a clutch free throw shooter, Olasheni. High percentage from 2-point range and delivering from the free throw line tonight.
He's 1 rebound away from a double-double, and now he makes it a 5-point ball game. The Eagles need to get through the mental and physical fatigue here. McGill going down the middle, nowhere to go. Looking for something. Someone's got to help him out. I mean, the movement on the offense, way too stagnant. Ward-Hibbert finds Johnson. Time winding down. Johnson all the way, doesn't get the ad one, but he'll go back to the charity stripe.
Good defense from London Lions right until the end, but the extra pass, Johnson from the top attacking Luke Nelson. Gets past Nelson. And a foul called, and Johnson in the thick of everything good that Newcastle Eagles do.
It's tough there for Mark Stoodle's team, because you can see when Ricky McGill had the ball in his hands, everybody's standing around waiting for something to happen. Johnson makes another one.
Yeah, they've just got to stay freed up, Newcastle, when they're on the offense. Keep making those smart decisions.
Makes them both. Back to a 3-point deficit. 1:49 to go here in OT. These teams will talk it over. You know, the Eagles doing a phenomenal job of getting to the charity stripe, but keeping themselves in this one, Graham.
Yeah, 21 from 27 for the Eagles, 17 of 24 from London Lions. Outstanding effort by both teams. And what a way to finish the weekend off. And London Lions are being pushed to the absolute limit here, Josh. It's great to see a team come into the Copper Box and give London Lions everything they can handle. Let's see if we can hear Coach Mark Stootle in this timeout.
Well, Graham, Matt Morgan, you got to give a shout out to Darren Routledge, and Philip Brown just sent this to me, has become the 6th London Lions player since 2008 to net 9 3-pointers in the game. Yorick Williams, Alex Awumi, Dirk Williams, and Lorenzo Cugini. And of course, Yorick Williams did 10 3-pointers in 2010. So thank you to Darren Routledge and Philip Brown, but Matt Morgan has just put himself in the history books for London Lions with his 9 3-pointers tonight. Big shout out to Darren Routledge and Philip Brown for that one. Again, here's been the 3-points. Just how quickly this guy runs and loses his defenders when he doesn't have the ball in his hands, and also how quickly he gets his feet set. So young players, watch Matt Morgan. If you're ever wondering how to get open for a shot, how to get a shot off in time, here's a play you want to look at. I mean, it's just running off ball screens, losing your defenders. It's the precision and the time of how he does it.
Yeah, and look at these two players that Lions have got at their disposal. Once Decker gets up to speed, you're going to have one heck of a 1-2 punch.
Eagles trying to put the full court pressure on. Remember, these two teams are both in the penalty, so any more fouls and they will go to the charity stripe. Nelson getting the ball here. Del Pesh trying to front Olasheni. Here's where he's been unstoppable tonight. Another jump hook, but again, good defense. Nelson Jr. crossing over. Johnson thought about it. It's going to be an offensive foul against Jordan Johnson. That's going to be a huge confidence blower to the Newcastle Eagles. Graham, should he have gone for the three-pointer?
He had the chance, but the defense, Tariq Phillips just getting an arm's length away. There wasn't much on that.
Well, he's pushed out his left arm. It's the thing.
Yeah, it's a tough call for Johnson, but hey, the refs have got it right. They've had a pretty good game all night because there's been a lot of tension and emotion in this game, but that's Johnson gone as well, and Taj Green, the two leading scorers for Eagles. It's going to take a minor miracle now for Eagles to take this W.
So you kind of feel if he tries to drag through with both hands with a Euro step, he may have got away with that. Nelson kicks out, Solowade, big three, good night, London, that is for you. London Bridge might be falling down, but the three-pointers here at the copper box, they are also falling into the hoop. Big time three-pointer.
Yeah, the copper box is rocking. And what a fantastic pass again by Luke Nelson. 10 assists Friday, and that's the biggest assist of his weekend. And Soliadu says thanks very much and knocks down the three from the opposite corner.
That's just a big, big three by Mo Solowade. Again, it's going to be mission impossible here for the Newcastle Eagles. We'll find out what he's going to draw up.
Josh, I want you to get to this spot. Malk, I want you here, okay? LA, I want you this side, okay? Dev, I want you this side. Rick, Josh is gonna V-cut, we're gonna hit Josh, okay? Josh, Rick's gonna go hard, get the ball, and you'll hand off in this way. Rick, this will be open, okay? If that's not open, Malk, you're setting it. Malk, they're gonna switch, slip out a bit hard, you'll be wide open. That makes sense? Okay? We're going to score on that action. Full court, man. Get your match up, see if we can get them going this way. Remember in 55, where the next man behind traps? Remember 55? Yeah. Where the next man behind traps? Get him going to the sideline, the guy chasing the ball.
They gonna play physical. Okay. So everything. Just go with the ball and get over it.
1, 2, 3. Let's go. Let's go.
Well, big moment now for the Newcastle Eagles. I mean, with over a minute to go here, down by 6, you would think at the moment you probably might want to go for that three-point if you can, but you know, you're going to have to go with whatever's best. But for sure, this has been a huge test for his players going into their Euro Cup game this week against Prometey. We're going to see now. Remember, they don't have Jordan Johnson on the floor, who's arguably been their best player in the game today. McGill going behind the back. Drawing another foul, so smart play from Ricky McGill, so they get a chance to go to the free throw line. Take some points off the ball without the clock chipping down.
He fumbled it initially, but again, it's going downhill, attacking the basket, making London Lions have to play defense. But it was great listening to Stootle in that timeout. Just great job by the camera and sound guys at the copper box. And it's just such a clear instructions to the players. How, do you understand? Have you got that? Then obviously, if they could get the score, they're gonna do the play the trap, which they will do. They will stay up and try and trap the ball to the sideline right now.
They don't want to foul. They don't want to send London to the free throw line. There's the double team you talked about.
Yeah, but they've got back to the middle of the floor. They nearly caused the travel though.
Just avoiding the 8-second violation as well. It was a good effort by the Eagles. Nelson penetrates, kicks out. Phillip, another big three-pointer again. The London three-pointers, they are falling into the hoop tonight. Big time shot. That might be the curtain call.
Yeah, Luke Nelson again, beautiful wraparound pass. And Tariq Phillip knocks down the three. 2 massive assists from Nelson, 2 big threes from Soliadu and Phillip. Here he comes again off the dribble. That is tough, guys and girls, and whoever else is watching. That is a really tough assist, but he's always got his head up. And Tariq Phillip catches and knocks it down.
Well, it all starts with Luke Nelson, of course. Every time Luke Nelson splits the defense down, goes to that penetration, the entire Eagles defense, at that point, everybody's got to collapse. Once that happens, there's so many options. Mo Solowade, Tariq Phillip, and it's the right time for the London Lions to really hit some three-pointers for players other than Matt Morgan. But again, credit to the London Lions. When you have a player like the GB General, Luke Nelson, every defender has their eyes on him. Phillip.
There was a bit of an issue there. I think he's
been teed up as well.
Yeah.
Yep.
But this is massive for Lions. If they can get over the line, they know that if Morgan is injured or in foul trouble or gets fouled out, they've still got guys that can just stand there and knock down shots. And more importantly for British basketball, it's British players standing up and be counted for London Lions.
So another 2 free throws will be taken by Ricky McGill for the foul that was called. So Best is going to be able to chip this down to a 4-point deficit. Then, as you mentioned, they're going to have to try and go to that double team in the full court to try and either get them into an 8-second violation or a turnover. Well, sorry, it wasn't McGill that was fouled. It was actually Delpeche that was fouled. So Delpeche making the first one.
Now on this trap, as Mark Studel said, keep them on one side. Last time, they nearly got the 8-second call, but they were able to get it back across to the other side of the floor. They want to get them on one sideline, and keep them there.
Well, Delpeche makes them both. There's a double team. Well, again, good defense. Almost causing a turnover. 2 seconds have come off the shot clock, so Lions have 6 seconds to get the ball over the halfway line.
Not a great place for Nelson to catch the ball right underneath the hoop. That's much better.
Well, there you go. That's a tough one. Newcastle have come in. They've competed very well. But unfortunately, this game going into overtime without the depth. It's going to be, you know, there's a lot of positives, as we mentioned. As Ricky McGill also fouls out for Newcastle. The take from this performance has been very unfortunate, as you mentioned, on the road in Lithuania against Cholet, and then obviously losing against the Sheffield Sharks.
Yeah, I think that was a hangover from that Lithuanian experience, but they've had some rest. They've been able to get back to the drawing board maybe, and every one of their guys has come down and given London Lions a real fright here, but it's just this class, this belief, the way they can just keep running their sets. They've got someone like a Luke Nelson, who 10 assists Friday, 6 assists tonight. You know, that's pretty good, 16 assists in 2 games. That's just super play. Few turnovers he wants to iron out, but they're almost there.
Well, Eagles down by 5, and they got to go for a 3-pointer. They got to be quick here. Larry Osser Jr. tries a quick one and doesn't get it. Basel fans, we thank you for joining us here at the Copper Box. London Lions, they are going to remain unbeatable here in the British Basketball League as they win 109-104 against the Newcastle Eagles. Great game. But again, Mark Studel, a lot of positives for his team to take away. Petar Božić, his return back to the sidelines, sees his team pick up a phenomenal victory. Well, Graham, we're going to have to ask you here, who has been, in your mind, the ultimate, the chosen one, the player of the game?
Yeah, Matt Morgan, again, outstanding, leading scorer in this league, top 3-point shooter, top free throw shooter, 30 points, 9 of 12, 19 of 35 London Lions. But he's leading the way, but he's inspiring others to do the same thing under high pressure, as we saw with Soliardi and also Tariq Phillip. What a great player and great inclusion into the British Basketball League Matt Morgan is.
We know, interesting enough, the Lions finished with 24 assists. Newcastle Eagles also finished with 21, but you know, one thing there'll be a little bit of concern that Petar Božić will want to address with his players: 17 turnovers. Something the Eagles did a better job. Both teams have 8 steals, but you know, collectively, this is championship DNA. Sometimes you're not going to be on your best every night, but collectively as a team, you got to find ways to win. And London did that. They were led by Matt Morgan, as you mentioned, but it's a team effort.
Yeah, players down the stretch. Once Morgan had got fouled out, Olasheni making some big free throws. They kept making winning plays. Tariq Phillip with that big 3. Soliardi, they just did enough. But Mark Studel, he must be so proud of his group. And we look forward to seeing how Newcastle Eagles can push on from here. They're definitely a playoff team. Very dangerous players in their roster.
Well, one thing he's going to have to reflect with his play is the fact when they were up by 14 with 8 points to go, you know, if Matt Morgan's made 5 3-pointers in the first half, you know, granted, he didn't shoot very well in the third quarter. You can't be running under screens. You got to at least if he's not got the ball in his hands, you got to stop him from getting the ball. And that's probably going to be the big talking point that he's going to have with his team. Yes, there are a lot of positives they can reflect on. You know, players did foul out. It's tough with a deep lineup, but, you know, defensively, that's got to be the thing. You have to understand where your danger is in the game.
Yeah, Matt Morgan, it's quite obvious that's where he is, and he keeps delivering. But yeah, they've got to work out. There was handoffs, there's screens, off the dribble, off the catch. They've got to unlock this problem that is Matt Morgan. That's the same for all these teams. But he was awesome. Newcastle Eagles, apart from those few issues with Matt Morgan and losing that lead. But you called it, Josh. You said London Lions can come back in a hurry, and within about a minute, they're back level.
Well, we're going to take a look at the statistics from this game as we try to slice this one up. Of course, we know the three-point shooting from, respectfully, both these two teams. I mean, that's incredible. 19 three-point field goals for the London Lions. I'll say no more.
Yeah, it's just sensational, obviously. Matt Morgan has half of those, 10 and 19 for Newcastle Eagles. But that's the way this season has gone for Lions. It's the volume. It's not only the high percentage, it's the volume of the shots they shoot from behind the arc and the free throw line as well. They're an outstanding team. Great job with the assists from both teams, getting over 20 assists. Good job.
The Lions, of course, out-rebounding the Newcastle Eagles 47-42, as you mentioned. Defensively, the Eagles did play some good stuff here tonight, but, players fouling out at crucial time was the tough part. Well, now we're going to take a look at some of the results here from this weekend in the British Basketball League. What an amazing weekend it's been. As we mentioned, Caledonia winning at home and then going on the road to Sheffield and losing. The Leicester Riders, as they said, they had a good game at home against the Surrey Scorchers, but of course, falling short to the Manchester Giants. After the Giants' big victory, they went on the road to the Northwest rivals and lost against the Cheshire Phoenix. But all tonight, it's all over here. London Lions dug deep, championship DNA. Now we're going to take a look at the standings as the Lions remain unbeatable here in the British Basketball League, 8-0. Well, you look at the other end of the table here, Graham, it's not looking good for Surrey Scorchers, but credit to the Scorchers. Many of the games they've played have been relatively close.
Yeah, Coach Lloyd Gardner must be frustrated. I covered the Cheshire Phoenix game and they lost by 2. They're getting close. They just can't quite get over the hump, but they do need that first victory pretty soon. But apart from London Lions, I think any team can beat anybody else.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, there you can see at the moment, fans, of course, getting some selfies. A great chance for the London Lions fans at the Copper Box to meet their heroes, signing autographs. But now we're going to take a look momentarily at the fixtures coming up this coming week in the British Basketball League. Of course, on Thursday night, you'll see the Manchester Giants. They'll be hosting the Flyers. Eagles will be at home in the British Basketball League Classico against the Leicester Riders. Sharks in their new arena. That will be on Sky Sports against the London Lions. Scorchers and Giants on Saturday, along with Flyers versus the Eagles. And on Sunday, we got a triple header as Caledonia, they get a rematch against Sheffield Sharks. Lions will be at home against the Scorchers, and we'll top off the weekend as the Phoenix will take on the Plymouth City Patriots. Well, British Basketball League fans, we thank you for joining us here on the YouTube. We would like to say thank you. I'm Josh Bed. He's Graham Hiscock. But for now, it's good night. But we'll see you next week for more games here in the British Basketball League.